What up, guys? How you guys doing? How's it going? Just got home. Every weekend I do co-parenting. It's pretty much Sundays, or Mondays, whatever. You hear me talk about co-parenting, and then my kiddo type of situation. My kids are my only triggers for the most part. Teenagers, adults, you're obviously not my blood type of situation. Triggers bother anger. You can bother me, but I'm not shy. I'm not a virgin of my mouth, and the intent on both sides is to do what? Communicate comprehension best possible. If it's a one-sided friendship relationship, they're doing communication, they're not doing comprehension. So that's why y'all bump heads or the same altercation every single time. Hey, what's up, Karen? Anything fine? Queen, how you doing? Respectfully. For everybody out there, that's the shit. Like, I tell my kids all the time, and everybody out there, every Sunday, Monday, everybody talking about kids. My triggers type of situation. Yes, their kids are growing up. I comprehend that. Yes, they don't know what's going on. But I tell them, you see my tattoo, cell phone, technology, the AI, all the answers to life are on the cell phone. If you want to research your feelings, nobody has to feel their feelings. Nobody has to research it. That is your free will and choice. And then obviously triggers, my tattoo. For everybody out there, triggers. Y'all driving red light, bothered. Yellow light, angered. Those are triggers. Pioneer, put that shit aside, go somewhere else, get some fucking air and shit. Oh, thank you, man, thank you, Queen. Before you catch a case or get triggered, the devil comes out of you at the green light. Now you build hatred. Hatred is that's one place voluntarily. Now everyone, religious people, where's the captain? Behind my left ear, Cain Abel. We can all become Cain and take over the Abel out. Emotionally, mentally, spiritually, verbally, potentially, physically. We got triggered because why? Words, feelings, conversation, the truth. A premeditated choice. You can blame the devil. Say that. Say whatever term you want to do. Point the finger. Point the finger for the rest of your life. When we actually sit down to accountability, you know what? All this shit happens to us as beings. We don't know this yet, but we're actually allowed to happen. What? Yes, you're not to get your ass kicked, very physically abused, getting cheated on type of situation. But we are real supporting. Okay, let's break it down. Do you know what boundaries are? Love languages are, standards. You know what the red flags are? No. As Japanese, let's bring it down together. And once you comprehend it for your soul, the intent is going to happen again. But once again, nobody has to do this shit at all. That is your free one choice. It's just a lot with kids sometimes. I love them. I love everybody. But once again, I have compassion for the universe. I don't feel sorry for the universe. What? Why? Why should I feel sorry for the universe? All these universes. As one being, we meet with your heart, feelings, empathy, sympathy. You will always find your face. Because what can you do about people's situations? Deadass. If you have money, power, and fame, potentially you can. Emotionally and spiritually, you can be supportive, but that's not your situation, but it's possible. And once you guys separate, face to face by the screen, myself as a being, I'm a single father of kids. I lost 2 families. So when I go home, I'm blessed. I love going home. I'm not dreading to go home. And even when I get to your car, right? Whatever. Keep it simple. Your car to go home. If you're dreading to go home, that is your dungeon. You're sentenced to your hell on earth. Then you're fucking dead. Or you love going home. That's my peace, my temple. More. I love going home. Guess what? It's quiet for the most part. Fur babies, that's fur babies. There's a little frequency language barrier. They look at me. I'll say what's up. They're happy to see me. Hug them type of situation. Yes, it bothers me. They're fur babies. I get it. Kid, the same situation. But here's the kicker. As one being, I am fucking blessed. I don't need people in life. I'm not codependent of nobody at all. A zillion people in the whole universe. Why would I say it's about one person? Or 10 or 20? It's a live podcast. Live podcast, not pre-recorded. A lot of people they can't do what I do. And they're fucking famous. Money, status, and fame. But they'll do a live session, right? Maybe 1 or 2 at one time. I'm doing 9 platforms, 9 cell phones at once. Me as a being, I love to bully bullies. You want to talk your shit? Yo, here's the best part. If you can't have words, please don't open your mouth. I promise you, without my tattoo in your match your head, I'll wear a door of pain. You don't have to know my name, but you'll see me, guy with tattoos. Fuck the guy with tattoos. Every day above ground, you think about me? Yo, how does it feel to have me live in your mansion head rent free? I'm eating my popcorn, watch you cut out of beauty, smile on your face, living, and I don't know you. I'm a cyber person. If nobody's can hurt you in the universes, you have a lot of healing to do. A fucking lot of healing to do. Worry about somebody's physical beings that you know that traumatize you every which way. Why haven't you been to church? I love that question. What you gonna call it? Nothing wrong with church, but here's a kicker. For everybody else, I'm always a Catholic, right? What would church do for you when you sound depressed? What will the Bible do for you when you sound depressed? Especially everyone that bitches about their toxic relationships. You bitch about your partners, your breakups. What will it do for you, respectfully? Change my ways? Why didn't you change your ways, keyboard warrior? Man the fuck up, woman the fuck up. Show your face. Don't do no face, no case. That as God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, the spiritual, your ancestors can't figure or save you at all. Because if higher is going to do it for you, look at all your toxic ass family. How's it working out for you and for them? Jesus is your God. Yo, we're all part of Jesus. Now, once again, I say respectfully, ask Jesus to take all this pain away from you tonight. And we say amen. When tomorrow morning, when everybody wakes up in the morning, and you bitch about your exes, past pain, toxic love, trauma, child trauma, you're stepping over your anxiety, depression, paranoia, PTSD, suicidal thoughts, low self-esteem, anger issues. Your triggers, overthinking, reactive use, deflection, projection, gaslighting, manipulation, traumas, and then fucking change insomnia. Who the fuck do you blame? God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, the spiritual ancestors? It's the person mirror you. It's not nobody else. You can point, yes, if people bullying you, they're not good people. So why do you have them in your life? Hey, what's up, man? So can you do I say respectfully? X the fullest, always just say I'm probably. Matter of fact, I got more X behind me. You see this? A new X. I love X, man, because it's 20 years old. Tree of Life. It said 20. Someone asked me at the market on Saturday, why do you have like, is that from X? Yeah, the Tree of Life. Why did it say 20? He passed away at 20. So I challenge everybody, if you're 20 years old, years or younger, I can't speak tonight, I'm bothered, tired. You're 20 years or older, younger. Teach me something positive in life. And respectfully, I'm older than you. You're 20, I'm 44, 18 at heart. I've heard higher source. I've heard it all. So tell me something positive. Tell me you're in the healing journey. Give me that. I'm cool with that. But if you're like, well, God can do it for you. Like, life is short, said God can do it for you. Serve the Most High, King of Kings. Serve that. Dude, nothing wrong with higher source at all. Especially you queens. You go to church, right? And you have a fuckboy by your side. Devil, Satan, the devil's by your side. All these on my tattoos, all these circles, all these bad phobic fuckers, especially the zombies, addict and addiction, by your side as your husband, your boyfriend. How's that shit working out for you? Respectfully. You go to church, you both go to church, and he's still a fuckboy. How's that working out for you? Do you believe if higher source can do for him, why hasn't he changed his ways? I'm going to tie it right here, because I have a little bit of space right here, right? It's going to say, let me think about it, this side, for the bad side. God wants you to change, all capital letters, but will you change? Jesus wants to, stop being sad, capital letters, but will you stop being sad? Your ancestors want you to stop being zombies, addicts and addiction, but will you stop being a zombie, addict and addiction? Shots fired. Look at that. Day fucking when you beat me face to face behind the screen, you see me on these fucking apps and shit. What? God can do for you. Now read what it says. You don't have to comprehend that. What's up? How you doing, Queen? How's it going? I say respectfully. If higher souls can do it for you, then why are you still sound depressed? Respectfully. Especially you queens. I'm here for the queens. I'm only here for the men, which is like 0.01%. They're actually doing the healing journey. And my gift to trigger people. That petty ass words. All my tattoos are fucking words. And 99.9% of my fucking tattoos are words. And the best part of the black and white shit to the point. If you want love, quote unquote, as one being, do you know what love is? Do you comprehend what love is? If you knew what it was, why the fuck are you still in toxic love, broken, coded relationships? I preach about doors. The door's right there. I'm gonna that shit tatted on me. What? All capital letters. The door's right there. On the empath side, the positive side, you love God, higher source, especially you queens. You bitching about him. The fucking door's right there. What? The door's right there. I put doors in your head. I do my one-on-ones. Now you got, not because of you, yeah, because of the way I speak. To remind you, the door's right there. You bitch about them. A zillion kings in the whole fucking universe. Why the fuck are you talking about one? Make them, yes, I know you love them, but they don't love you. That's called toxic love. Love doesn't hurt. If love hurts, quote unquote, you're saying it incorrectly, wise. Because if higher source is love and you love God, quote unquote, and God loves you, how the fuck do you have love by your side? That's not love. It's called toxic love. That's why you don't want by your side. Toxic love will cost you everything emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically, financially, but then even your fucking life. Because your health goes to shit. Or guess what? They're too narcissistic and they fucking threaten you if you leave me. Guess what? You ain't better no more. Because, what's that corny ass saying to say? These boys and girls, and they're narcissistic. If I can't have you, nobody can have you. But they love God. You love God. Like dead ass. All this shit, every which way, could have been to a long time ago. Every which way. But once again, we're always incorrect. What's the number one? How's it going? And I say respectfully. If higher source can do for you, how's that working out for you respectfully? Especially on the queen side. The boys respectfully. I don't give a fuck about their feelings. If you're a boy, you want to talk about your feelings? Yo, you're a boy. That's my terminology. All you boys and girls, you want to talk about your feelings because it's personal. But you talk about everybody else's feelings because why? It's not your feelings. What was that?
Hi.
Hello? Sorry, guys. Once again, I'll be nice to a certain extent. Like, jump in the box. You know, if there's language, answer respectfully on these platforms. If there's a language barrier, you can't actually have a conversation. Like, I speak Spanish to a certain extent. I can't have a real conversation in Spanish when I speak my English. No, I can't. If you speak Spanish to the fullest, I understand you for the most part. I mean, translate, but I speak Spanglish, English, Spanish. I don't give a shit about a language. Anyone that wants to make fun of me because, I don't speak Spanish correctly, I give no fucks. Spanish does not make you a better person at all. You know that, right? All this bullshit, these words, these conversations, these languages have no feelings at all. And welcome back, Karen. Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? So how's all the universes and their feelings about things that have no feelings at all? If that's Japanese too, because nobody says that shit, once again, I'm trying to be supportive of others, different platforms, different podcasts, Spotify, right? These spiritual leaders, quote unquote, right? But here's the kicker. Who says that? I haven't met nobody or seen anybody or studied nobody that says that. There's a lot of spiritual people, beautiful as fuck. But if they don't say what I say, what? What does that mean? Sad, one feel sad. Depressed, one feel depressed. Breakups, one go through breakups. Zombies, addicts, and addiction. Does not really become a zombies, addicts, and addiction. Child trauma does not worry about child trauma. Only fucking beings do it every which way. It's you. It's you as one being. So here's the key for everybody out there. That's why I keep it black and white. Like, focus more on yourself. Be selfish in a positive matter. Because if you don't got you, then who got you? Higher source? Emotionally, spiritually, whatever you believe in, God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, the spiritual ancestors. Yes, they're always by your fucking side. They never left you. You left them. That's why everyone does all this shit. When we go to bullshit in life, breakup, divorces, you about to get evicted. What do? You don't gotta go to church. If you do, awesome, made for effort type of situation. But now we pay a higher source. And when it gets out of a situation, and then we're cool, we're stable, and then from there we forget about them. It's only when we fucking need them, guess what, God? With their breakup again, like, please change your ways, that, she give me another chance. Hey, what's up, how you doing, Queen? And I say shit respectfully, and I'm very passionate about what I talk about, because it's for you guys, especially queens. Because you females almost can have kids. And I know you're the one you want to love. The downfall, you fucking give us boys fucking chances because we're raised incorrectly. I don't say men. If they're a man, they're talking to you, are they talking about your feelings, the healing journey? No. Physically, I'm a man. Physically, he's a man. But if he can't talk about his personal feelings and he says he likes you, wants to be with you, what the fuck are you doing with him? You can express yourself, but he can't. And I get it because I was him. We're raised incorrectly because a man, we're talking about our feelings. That's only for women. Cool. So we were hard workers. We work hard on our friendships, our situationships, right? Our social media friends. We do not work hard on our relationships. Respectfully. Yo, tell me I'm fucking lying. Why the fuck's he emotionally cheating? You already fucking body hop with 20 side chicks, had 20 baby moms, and you still by your side. I'm a fucking tattoo, because that was you. I pray and manifest that God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, the spirit, my ancestors, magically wake my first baby mama 12 fucking years, that she wakes up and she loves me like I love her. 12 years too fucking long. 12 years too fucking long. That's my first fucking real girlfriend in my life. The V card, the Virgin card, boy, was the Catholic, religious Christian talk. Respect that. How's that shit working out for you? For all you, especially your queens, when you say the V card for the right one, and you do opposite attract, and you get fucked over its way. 30 years deep, and now you find out the divorce breakup? Really? And God can do it for you? Really? God's like, yo. I love saying this shit, which I'm telling on my back. Eventually, I'll make sure to hoodies. I know when I make this shirt, hoodies and trigger everybody. It's going to say God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, the spiritual. Your ancestors can't do it for you at all. They can't fit and save you at all. And when you see me in the streets of Seattle or on these platforms and say in the comments or fucking say, yo, you're ignorant, you're stupid, that's wrong. He can. If that's factual, especially you queens, why the fuck do you have a fuckboy by your side? Everything starts with love. Every conversation you have with every being in the universe with the fucking AI is love. So when does it go to toxic love? When the red flags start happening, when you start bumping heads, that's called toxic love. And the door is right there for everybody, every which way. So if God can do for you guys, how's it working out for you, respectfully? And when you tell me that he's not powerful, that means no, he is powerful. Jail has tattoos, Tommy. Your jail has tattoos every which way. My tattoos are maps of life. You don't have to say that or my film. Here's the kicker. If they're prison tattoos, jailhouse tattoos, Yo, respect when people go to jail. What happens? They become Bible thumpers. Jesus, God. Nothing wrong with higher sword, but God can't do it for you. Because if He can, then why are you struggling in life? Respect to this day. Can you say happy birthday to Andy Wakeman? It's the 67th birthday. Well, happy birthday to Andy Wakeman for your 67th birthday. I pray to God, higher swords, that make it to that age. Because I'm just saying this to my last damn Brad. He got a few weeks ago. I'm happy he's out. That's good. They know the intent that he doesn't do it again. Because typically, for the most part, when you're going out of jail, that's your career. That's all you know. Because when you go with civilians and they trigger you because he's with words, feelings, conversation, the truth, you gotta go back there again. And that's the shitty part. And it's maybe in the next lifetime, that terminology-wise, they don't do it again. Back to what I was saying, right? So when you call me out, say that when I tell you that God can't do it for you, and you say He's not powerful, yo, what does I'm gonna say in 2 weeks, no, 3 weeks from now, back in my neck, wise, is gonna say every day above ground, we all have free one choice. That's everyone's gift. What? Whatever you believe as a being, I'm a starseed, light worker, gang mafioso. I don't give a fuck what term you believe are, but every being has what? Any being they have, physical conversations, right? I'm talking back, verbal conversations. What do we all have? Everybody has the exact same two fucking gifts. I better start saying this like 3 weeks ago. Because I'm always saying to the universe to make it simpler and simpler and black and white, black and white. What is it? Words. I'll take it back. It's a free one choice. Everybody has it. I got it, you got it. Today, I'm happy. Tomorrow I wake the fuck up. Fuck the universe. Fuck everybody. Fuck God. That's my free one choice that He gave me to say that. And the next day, I wake up. Now I'm Jesus. I love everybody. I'm a fucking big care bear. But why am I going through my feelings, my emotions? What is triggering my negative feelings that one day I love the universe, the next day I hate the universe? It's a fucking being or a situation that you get involved with somebody or something happened. That's why you should want to talk to yourself as a being. Why do I feel the way I feel? How do I feel like this? What is causing this? But nobody wants to do that. I can't say nobody. A lot of people won't do that. Especially more in the male side. We're not taught about our feelings because we want our women to be our caregivers. And hey, what's up? How you doing tomorrow? Appreciate it. Oh, Eddie, you're welcome. You're welcome. And I say respect because I just get bothered. I'm like, and this is like the feeling that I have, right? I've been having this for maybe like, I don't know, like the last 3 weeks. Like, I'm not saying I'm like Jesus and Buddha type of situation, but Buddha lived, he was 80 years old. He taught what he taught for 45 years of his life with no fucking technology back 2,500 years ago. And he, I guarantee he walked the way he walked and like, fuck, look at this. These toxic ass relationships, I know she deserves better, but here's the kicker, all she knows is him. Because the higher source, whatever we're taught, we're brainwashed that God will change His ways. But we talk about Him every 2 years straight, 4 years, 10 years straight still. Same conversation, word for word. And she doesn't know what I know, but I know the higher source cannot do it for him. Because that's his free one choice to stop doing what he's doing whenever he wants to. He can say the devil is in me because that's everyone's bullshit excuse. Because the devil, I fucking sinned. Blame the devil. Point the finger at the fuck all you want. It's easier to do that shit, to blame everybody and the mother for your mistakes, than to fall back, start the healing journey, do accountability. And I know, trust me, when we lie as people in general wise, and you make these bullshit stories, man, you believe your own story, the situation that fucking like, I didn't do that. Even though there's proof, you said, I didn't do that. The day you do accountability and start telling the truth, everything changes. And from there, wise, potentially, you might feel different. Trust me. You know what? I did do wrong. I did say that. And especially when you talk about the old version of yourself. And that's the part for everybody out there that becomes triggering as hard as like the day that there's a potential like conversation with your exes. Can you have that? You're ready for that. Nobody has to have this. Remember this. Nobody has to have this. My situation, I speak about that because my ex-wife, the situation that they had with my kids. I say my oldest son, but he's my stepson, but I raised him basically by his son, right? I remember on a journey, not a healing journey. I don't like nobody to get physical with nobody. If you're not a UFC fighter, that's a trigger for me. And me wise, I'll pop off to a certain extent. Like, not triggered where I pull the fuck up your ass. No, I don't believe in becoming a monkey, respectfully. But with words, I will do that. Because we were just said with my youngest, a 5-year-old, and he's the oldest. He's just in 13. And he got triggered, and he hit my little man's. And me, I give no fucks who you are. Slam the brakes. Everybody eat fucking seatbelts and shit. And there it is. I go, check out. It's a reality check. Imagine doing this at 70 years old. I mean, at 70 miles an hour. Like, yo. I told him, check out. Look at how old you are. And look how old he is. Is my point being, I get...
How old's your oldest?
I'm sorry?
How old's your oldest?
Boy, he's 13. My youngest is 5. I get
I
that.
just had one turn 16.
Oh, well, that's the boys. The girls are about to be 23, just turned 21, just turned 15. That's the girl side. So the mother's
So
not in their
you've been
life.
there, done that.
Say it again.
You've been there, done that. This is my only child, and she just turned 16.
Oh,
And
happy
it's
birthday.
so
Almost 20,
emotional.
almost 17, and 15. Oh, it's kids are a lot. And I said respect when I said it. That as it being like, I obviously, I tell people like, the more kids you have, the more stress it is, the more pressure it is, and it's not easy. Every being's unique. So scenario, when I see all my
Yeah,
kids
first.
together, it's all 8 of them. It's just like, everyone's unique.
Oh, no doubt.
Everyone has their own traumas. In the same household, not everyone's be like come out in the same mindset type of situation. So, and as a shit, when they graduate leave the household, I told all of them today, I go, remember this, I do a live podcast. These people behind the screen don't ever have to meet you. They haven't seen a picture of you, but they don't talk about you in general wise. And I told one of them today, I told all of them, I told, if one of you fuck up, just to let you know, every which way, I'm going to form the other ones, especially you hit rock bottom, become zombies added to addiction. Check out, that's your brother, and all 7 of you, I'm letting you know your future. You did drugs, look at him, look at her, that's your brother, that's your sister. Now there's my tattoos for a reason. They're a zombie and added to addiction. That's in this scenario. Or the other scenario, one of you boys and girls, my daughter, son, you're a fuckboy fuck girl. And just for one, you get into your new boyfriend, girlfriend, I would let you know, your partner know, hey, just to let you know, you don't know this yet, but I'm their father. My son, my daughter's a fuckboy fuck girl, my tattoo, the 2 narcissistic, and that is their free one choice. If you're religious, higher source, just to let you know, you don't comment, higher source can't change his ways, nor her ways. I know that. But if you think you are the one, that you can, I pray for you, I go my day in my life, but I'm here for you. And I was you.
Yeah.
Respectfully,
It's the pressure of, like, what to do with them once they're 18. She's so close now.
Hey, what's up, babe? How you doing?
Like,
How you, mommy?
when
How
they
you
turn
doing?
an adult, that's a lot of pressure because
It is, it's a
what do you
lot.
do with them?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not easy at all. It's not easy at all. Like, I try every weekend. That's my thing. I tell everybody, my triggers, my kids, especially my 5 boys. I know that they're the youngest, and just like, and I tell all 8 of them, you see your mother, father, we're not together. Trying to incorporate the best as possible. And like today, wise, once again, on the situation, and once again, it hasn't happened yet. I'm waiting for a text from my baby mom's and mother of boys, right here, like to say something about the situation. But here's the kicker: when people know about the healing energy correctly, wise, today's situation, I'm the father. A, B is the kiddos. So my ex, right, is C3Z parties and her hubby. They all of them. So that's 8. I mean, well, 6 kids plus them 2. That's 8, right? 8 people, and I'm the one. I am a. See, I was right there. I was just hearing what she was saying. I didn't say nothing. Though, where's myself on a journey? I would have, intervened. Said, I go, nah. Until she comes to me, talks to me, hey, so what happened? She didn't do that. So I'm hearing. I know what I'm talking about. Communication, comprehension. She's just doing communication, not comprehending. Like, the kids are just kids. I'm the father adult. And she's saying other shit. I'm just like, and I say respectfully to everybody out there, my like tattoo of your ex-exes, every being, especially the worst ones, ex-partners, right? If you don't, first hard part is forgive, communication, A, and which everyone preaches about, they don't preach about the second part. Obviously, as a being with your ex-exes, you cannot forget it. It's, you can lie to yourself all you want, but you can't forget it's been written, right? That's just called the past. That second hardest part to do what? Let go. Comprehend why it failed to do comprehension. Her situation, I remind her here and there. Remember this. It's been, of me what you don't know me. If you knew me, it's been 5 years since the breakup. That's your hubby. So of me. The 7 years prior together, yes. So you don't know me. So when will you let me go? Have you heard about Project Bluebeam coming? What is that fund? I'm asking. Don't mind me, just modding, keeping an eye on chats and income, etc. Silent little. I mean, oh yeah, for sure, you good. No, do your thing. Control the trolls as best as possible. Again, on my side, they don't show like 6 people here on this one. My other one's 0 people, but they could be like, sometimes people like, oh, there's like 100 people, 1,000 people. Like, I don't see that. I just go live. But once again, I say all respectfully. And I tell my kids, yo, if you ever want to see the podcast, even to my ex and hubby, go. Eventually, when I catch up myself, go on Spotify and YouTube. But you don't have to. I know that I'm your ex. I know that you have the right to hate me, dislike me, because I was just on a journey. As you said, you don't know what your father put me through with dependency-wise, the way he treated me with his words, because he's the ones with the words. And I tell people, yeah, as one being, I'm going to tell the armies and I say, I can trigger I can trigger, destroy. No, I can trigger, traumatize. No, I think about. I can destroy, traumatize, trigger 95% of the universe, 1,000% of the narcissistic universe with words, feelings, conversation, truth. How? Why? I'm only one being. Make that make sense. I'm gonna get that tatted on me. What? Eventually, make sure the hoodies. What do you mean? If you're talking about feelings, your feelings. Let's do this. I'm not better than you at all. But if I trigger you and I'm a nobody to you, I did my job. I just fucked up your day because it's personal. Now here's the best part: the day that you know, once again, the big word. I respect your boundaries, but the day that you want love, the relationship, and the person, I'm gonna give you a scenario as a forewarning. The person that you love asks you the same question I just asked you. What will you do? Push them away? Then you are the problem. Stop saying love. Dead the fuck ass. You want it, and when you have it, it's gonna be scary for you. When they have this real raw conversation about your feelings, you will fucking run away, shut down. And if they're in the healing journey more on the waking woke journey, I promise you, 1,000 of my tattoos, they can either ghost you or tell your dog, yo, babe, I love you, but I love myself more. My words to trigger hurt you more, to add more trauma in your life. You're too broken. You're too traumatized. My neck tattoo, it's on for a reason. Your ex-exes, they're still living your head rent free. I'm sorry they destroyed you. It should have potential. I put, my original myself might have put you to that because that's the original myself. I'm not here to hurt you at all. I'm not trying to hurt you, but I know becoming vulnerable, and especially your feelings, is hard. I know it's scary, but remember, it's day by day baby steps. If it's too much for you, if I'm too much for you, then what are we doing here? Respectfully, what are we doing here?
I haven't talked to my ex in 16 years. I was early in my pregnancy when we broke up, and it didn't take 7 times to leave him, like that stat that they keep.
Yeah.
Showing him. Yeah, it took one time. It took one horrible event.
Yeah.
And he's been a narcissist 15 years, and a lot of that has to do with he gets enabled a lot.
Right, triggers.
Girlfriend enables him.
Right.
Mom enables him really bad.
Yeah.
And the last 2 years, though, he's been a relatively decent person, and we still don't talk. We parallel parent.
Yeah.
So he doesn't know what's going on in my head. We don't have deep conversations.
Yeah. That's, which is cool. It don't have to. Once again, when it comes to kids, right, and exit type of situation, everybody has one little scenario. That's why I do this little break down life best as possible. Like in this scenario, it's not factual, but once again, some people could do co-parenting, try best as possible. Try to be more considerate. Like shit. Hey, what's up, Mano? What's going on, Mano? What's going on,
That's crazy. Oh, you're answering questions right now, fool? Or you have time for a question?
Go for it.
Dude, bro, it's crazy, dog. Remember my cousin I told you that looks like you and shit?
Oh, yeah. What's going on with him?
I've been meaning to update you on some shit that happened.
Mm-hmm.
And now that shit's just going on another level. Did I tell you he got stabbed or no?
Yeah, you told me about that. Remember the young cats? Sorry to hear that. How's he doing? How's he recovering?
I hit up the homie, right, that was related to the dude that did it.
Mm-hmm.
And that same dude, I think I told you, I don't know if I did, he had my back in the day when I was 23, 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
He helped me, when some fools jumped me, we went back and got down, and he fought with me and some other dude, went to Rumble with them fools with me, and then even the days following that, they kept going back and, riding for me, they kept socking fools up for me and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a homie, bro, and his family's gang related. His dad was from prison. He's from Monte, Florida. That's where I grew up in El Monte, bro. And all my homies are from El Monte, Florida. And anyways, I shouldn't get too much details, but let's just say I told this fool. It's so weird how it happened, bro.
Yeah.
I told him, hey, check your primo, because I was like, hey, that shit ain't cool. What happened to my primo, dog? You better talk to your primo. You better sock that fool, check that fool, whatever you gotta do, because I'd rather you do it than someone else do it, dog.
Right.
And he's like, all right, cool. Days go by, I don't really feel no nothing, no movement done by this fool. I don't feel like he's done anything about it. I feel like he's taking it lightly, it ain't a big deal, because it's my cousin. He thinks we're just nobodies,
Right.
And I was thinking that in my head, so I hit him up again, fool. That's what I'm talking about. It's funny how this happened. I hit him up again on a message one night, and I'm not gonna lie, I had been drinking a little bit, but I was all there. I knew what I was saying.
Yeah.
But I was I told him, hey, fool, you better check your cousin, bro. I told him again.
Yeah.
Because, what he did is not cool, bro. I could read it, but I don't want to, bro.
Yeah.
I just said some shit
okay.
What he did is not cool, and if you don't do something about it, bro, I'm going to make sure something is done about it.
Right.
And put it this way, he goes, He goes, relax, fool. I told you I'ma handle it. Da 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 da.
Okay.
And he goes, if anything happens to my cousin, just know I'm in it too. I'm like, hey, bro, don't be a hypocrite, bro. Like, your primo's the one who, who stabbed my cousin and shit. My cousin could have passed away. That shit would have been much different if he would have passed away, bro. Like, I'm like, so don't be a hypocrite. The same way you feel about my cousin, I feel about your cousin. That's how I feel about my cousin too. That's my blood cousin, And that's my mom's sister's son. That's my blood cousin. So he was like, all right, cool. Like, for sure, I'll handle it,
Right.
Today, he goes, hey, I handled that already. Hey, bro, and what a coincidence, dog. I was like, all right, cool. I was about to call my cousin, hey, fool, this fool said he talked to that fool already, da, da, da. And even then, though, come on, you can't just give him a slap on the wrist. That's why I told him you better sock him up or something, right? Bro, his cousin got fucked up, bro. Like, but I didn't make the call, though.
Right.
But most likely, one of the homies that my cousin be talking to and shit, probably, you know how it is when something happens to you, you tell all your people,
Right.
Or your people ask you when they come around you.
Right.
So they got him already, bro. And he called me right now. He sounds a little drunk. He's like, hey, fool, fuck that. Like, you should see my primo, dog. He's like, he's fucked up. His eyes closed shut. Da, da, da. They fucked him up. And I was like, hey, it wasn't me, bro. Like, hey, you see what I mean? It happened in a funny way because I had told him, if you don't handle it, I'm going to handle it. So in a sense, it looks like I did it,
Well, right.
But I did it, bro.
Right, it's the conversations. Right. Remember this, like, when it comes to situations like this, we can, when people start talking, well, obviously it's stuff that happened to your cousin. No one deserves to get stabbed, right? But then obviously when family and friends get involved, and you tell somebody else, hey, to check him, quote unquote,
before you continue, I was gonna say this. I just got off the phone with him and I told him, calm down, bro. I'll call you later because he sounds drunk.
Right.
I'm like, relax, because he's over here telling me, hey, it's on when I see you, or we're gonna chunk him. I'm like, hey, we could get down, bro, but you're taking it up. I'm wrong.
Yeah, but then what happens when the retaliation happens?
Called the shot for that,
Right.
I'm gonna lie to you, bro.
Right.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you, homie. Like, and pretty much like he's trying to take it out on me, but he's still kind of being logical about it, And so I'm on the verge of, I'm like, okay, what am I? I'm gonna try to do something to help him, and I think the best thing I could do to help him is talk to my cousin to keep shit from escalating even more, Because I feel like his fear is he thinks something worse might happen to his primo,
Well, that's
And
the thing.
I feel it's my job to de-escalate this shit from going even farther. Like I told him, hey, if anything, they're even now. I know your cousin looks fucked up right now and shit, but my cousin could have passed away, bro. So now it's like, it's divine justice, bro. Your cousin fucked up, bro. So that's where I'm at right now. I don't know. I just seen you online. And I just felt like, fuck it. Let me see what this fool thinks about this situation. Because when I call him back, it's like, I'm going to have to come up with some type of like, because he's the homie, so I'm not on no shit like, hey, fuck it, homie, do what you gotta do. See you when I see you. It's not like that. It's like I'm actually trying to do the right thing,
Yeah.
Like, to where it works out for both parties, bro. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't want to talk too much about it, even though I kind of already said a lot. What do you think about this whole shit, bro?
Well, okay, here's the kicker, right?
Because he's over here, like, sounding like he wants to take it out on me, bro. He thinks I did it, and that could equal anything. These motherfuckers probably want to try to kill me, But, hey.
Right, exactly, tomorrow.
Whatever, I'm going to write it out, homie. But it wasn't me, But
right.
It looks probably a little bit like it was because of what I said. I'm like, you don't handle it, I'm going to handle it, bro. And it got handled already. But it's because my primo knows people too,
Whoa.
And like I said, we're from El Monte, and we all affiliated with El Monte Flores, bro. If you look them up, you know who they are. They're a gang in Southern California in the city of Monte, bro.
Right. Well,
just what do you think, man? What do you think? What's your advice to me, bro? Like,
well, okay, check it out. So, and I say respect it, right? I'm always, the ghetto hood, gang mafioso, some family still involved right to this day. And I say respect it, like, when you do that life, like, even involved in it, even if you get out of the life, the intent, or pride and ego, everyone knows is to stay away from it as possible. And it sucks, and it does suck that when family gets involved, and that was not the intent, like what happened to your cousin got stabbed. Obviously, that's wrong. No one deserves to get stabbed, right? But this is where God higher source, whatever you believe in, universe tests you. Like, do you let it be and that's it, or like with situations you can check people, but that can cause controversy, and it starts to spark a little war. It could be a fucking war of generations to be over a stabbing that happened scenario 10 years ago, right? And a lot. And remember this, that type of lifestyle, respectfully, a lot of shit doesn't happen. It's too much to get involved, and that's why the intent. That's why I have like these movies, books. You're in like my situation. I live in the ghetto hoods. I'm not in it. You can't miss me. It's highly impossible, right? So you don't see me involved. So the situation, if you guys can talk it out and let it cool down. If not, after that cousin recovers, the intent that, you know what, I stabbed, what I did was wrong. I stabbed him. Yes. Now I got my ass kicked. You can call it karma, sure. And we stop it right here. But here's the kid. You took your cousin could stop it. The cousin that did it, they got his ass kicked. We supposed to say that they can stop it. What about the people around them? Like, bro, nah, it's cool. It's over.
Involved.
I'm sorry.
There's so many players involved with that.
Too much. Well, it's too much. It's too many energies. Too many.
Like,
too many
they
beings.
could still be outside. The other
Right.
dudes that weren't even involved, they're probably gonna still feel some type of way. So you
Correct.
never know, type shit. Like,
exactly.
I'm gonna have to keep my guard up, pretty much, bro. It is what it is. Like,
For the time
even
being.
if we kind of come to a resolution, you still never gonna know at this point. Gotta be on your 10 toes, type shit, bro. Unfortunately, type shit.
Yeah.
That's how I feel, bro.
No, yeah, no. Well, for the time being, on both sides, for sure, that the end is to be aware. But until shit cools down, and the idea is that it doesn't happen again. But once again, respectfully in the street life, that this is the outcome typically 9 times out of 10. As a forewarning,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like that's.
PTSD brings all the emotional baggage.
I'll come back in a bit, bro.
Alright,
My
mano.
bad, guys. I'll
You good,
come back
man?
now.
You good? No, exactly.
For letting me.
Tomorrow. No, yeah, you good. Please, no. I like anyone that puts inputs. Obviously he's a cool cat. But once again, like, he was about the life. He's out of it for the most part. The downfall is, once again, like, pride and ego. Everyone out there, like, if it could be 20 years down the road, you haven't got involved in shit, but until someone gives you, your family gives you a phone call, your best friend gives you a phone call. It could be your own kid, like. But here's the kicker, like, you gotta bring it down. Okay, there's people that are involved, like, that happened to them. Were they in it? Did they cause the situation? In the event not to get involved, this is possible, but it's a lot.
The emotional baggage outlasts the physical damage in a lot of situations. And then even when you feel like you've healed, or maybe you just masked it so you feel like you've healed, PTSD brings it all back up.
Triggers.
Legs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And so, yeah, so if I mean, how do you really know when you've, like, healed that and moved past it?
Oh, let go? Well,
Yeah.
that part, only you know that.
Masking it for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Something triggers it.
Correct. That's why I talk about my tattoos, triggers, Red light, when you're driving, you're bothered. Triggered. Yellow light, angered. It's a trigger. Pride and ego. Like, I know they called you a bitch. Yes, the word is wrong. Yes, they called you a kid. Yeah, that is wrong. That is bullying. But there's a kicker. Does that word have feelings? Is it worth you catching a case? And then what can you do behind bars? And the idea that that little war stops there. Or while you're locked up, they're doing shit to your family or friends, because the situation respectfully. And that's the intent for everybody out there. Like, the universe always tests you. Do you stop the war, put your pride and ego away, or you continue on? And it should have to be like this. But remember this, everyone's unique. Everybody has their own traumas. Everybody has their own beliefs. You can verbalize boundaries all the fuck you want. God, say that higher source. But nobody has to respect your boundaries, respectfully. And are you ready for that? And it sucks,
Right.
you're all going to get
And
tested.
they don't have to, and they typically don't when it's a large group of people. Not everybody's going to. It's gonna happen where boundaries get disrespected, and you either have to tolerate something that you shouldn't have to tolerate.
Exactly. No, that's why. Like, hey, he's a cool cat. I'll let people vent for sure. It's that part, whatchamacallit. It can trigger people because remember, everybody has screen. Remember this: if you're not in the box, you can be in the comments just listening. You can be just going through this live session, like, what gangs, and you sit there. Mafiosos, people driving, fighting shit. You sit there. It's kind of somewhat entertaining, but at the same time, it's triggers like you say PTSD, the past trauma type of situation, and it shouldn't have to get to this point. But
hard if that gets triggered. It's like every little thing gets felt intensely again.
Right, because if you have personal experience, that's the part. Oh, go for it, Viking. Go for King. Oh, Viking, unmute yourself. Viking, unmute yourself. You're muted. You mute yourself. let me see. Okay, let me see what I can do for you on my side. It won't let me. I can't do it. It won't let me, which is weird. I think it's the thing's lagging. Yeah.
No, I
Yeah, there you
I
go.
think I did that when I first saw
Yeah, yeah.
it, not to interrupt.
You okay?
Because I had a lot of shit to say. So I got a deep ass question for you, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
So, like, I hate the type of shit that come across your way, man. Sounds like you on the Hispanic side of, like,
Yeah.
all the confusion and the stress and the strife, right?
Right.
So, as a white boy, man, I went to the hood. So out here in the hood, it's not a Hispanic hood. The South Side. I live on the North Side. So here in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Okay.
The South Side is ruled by the Spanish, right? You know what I mean? Out here, it's white people, right? You know what I mean?
Right.
And, bro, I started out when I was about 8 years old. And, went through a lot of different stages, did a lot of different things, you know, grew up, did all that shit, did my little bit of times. I ain't never been no penitentiary time, bro. I've been blessed.
That's good.
Ain't never had to go to college.
Okay.
Got a lot of slaps on the wrist type shit, right?
Yeah.
I moved out this bitch, came back, getting back to the wall. So I'm getting close to 40 now. And came back out here about a year ago. Within a year, I've been drunk. Got involved in like 4 different serious situations. Man, it's like that old shit coming back, you know what I'm saying? But I'm getting too old for it. You know, I ain't that youngster that you said that. I come home and I go to work.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I deal with people as they need me, you know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers, if they know you, they gonna hit you up. Especially if, bro, like, I'm an old head out here. There ain't many old folks that still around from back then.
Okay.
Bro, I ain't got the advice. Like, I'm trying to be a better person every day, man. I'm getting drawn into the bad side, and I'm expected to get some advice.
Yeah.
About a situation with this personality that I no longer had this personality, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I sit there and deal with whatever the fuck I tell them is the best voice. That's the shit I gotta go home and sleep on.
Correct.
And I ain't sleeping, homie. I'm not sleeping no more now.
Right.
And like I said, I don't talk about this shit. I don't say nothing about this, man. You probably know kind of where I'm going with it, what I'm talking about, what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I try to preach that shit about it. So I believe in good energy. I'm not a religious man.
Yeah. You're good. You don't have to be religious. It's just energy. Yeah.
You spread good, get good.
That's the
You
intent.
spread that evil. It's that evil.
Right. That's the okay. When I say respect, feel like as beings, right? So like I say respect to the fullest. Everybody has always speaking. There's religious, spiritual. Like, for example, I'll say the terms. You know, you got God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, the spiritual, your ancestors, right? And then you have all these spiritual people. You have all these, anything with positivity is beautiful, right? Because the cool thing is, like, that's why as a being I promote, like, if you're more introverted, if you want to be like less triggered, Spotify, any word that you want going through, like, type it in Spotify. For example, like put like the healing journey. You have all these podcast professionals, people like yourself just speaking. Remember this, and when you push play, somebody's speaking and they're telling stories, and that's it, right? Nobody else to comprehend. But the positive is that podcast you're listening to that is more on the positive side. Maybe something to say will intrigue you. But here's the kicker: everybody that speaks, right? If one being, whatever you're talking about, whatever your belief is, right? 1,000, not 100,000%. There's like, if someone questions you, you're like, oh, well, no, you know what you're talking about. What are you doing? A, communication, B, comprehension as one being, right? So there's spiritual people, right? Which is beautiful. But here's the kicker: as one being, like, you hear all of this, you watch it, you read the books, Bible, whatever, right? But do you apply that to your personal life? You can get motivated, which is beautiful. But you just heard, hey, you know what? Like, the first hard part, forgive, communication, not forget you lived it, the past, right? Now, can you, as one being, let it go, do closure for you, and comprehend what happened to do comprehension? Because you're the only one being that can do comprehension. I can't do it for you, and I say respectfully. So that's why I say, everybody, like, study whatever you're studying. That's positive talk. But remember this: don't forget about yourself. Like, they made me feel good. Why can't I make myself feel good? Go for Viking.
You gave me another question though. So with something you said in the middle of that, how do you get rid of a big scar that you can't still love? You know what I mean? Like saw you drinking, right?
Mm-hmm. But drinking and
anybody listening, drinking is the worst thing
right.
to do, bro.
Yeah, no. Well, see, okay. That when it comes to that, right? You want to like these drugs, alcohol, pills. What do you do with yourself? As it is, everyone's got a broken heart. My face tattoo. Where I have it's broken heart. It says, I believe it says toxic level or numb. Because we've been hurt and destroyed. Everything starts from home. Child trauma. Everything starts from home. The general cycle. Look at your toxic family. All the you still going through bullshit in life, and they be even higher source. But look at them as beings behind closed doors, right? So if you want to use drugs, cool. Nothing wrong with casual drinking, casual marijuana, casual like psychedelics, cool. Everything else is harsh, potentially become addicted. But what are you doing? You're scared to stop, turn around, face the person in the mirror. You're scared to talk to yourself. These feelings. We'll talk about everybody else's feelings. Here's the kicker. You can get high and drunk all you want, and you don't feel for it. But the day you sober up, the time for you sober up, and now all my tattoos, my scars, right? You're sad and depressed. I don't want to feel it. Then go get drunk again. But then when you sober up, it's sad and depressed. It's remember all these negative feeling triggers. It's on layaway until you sober up. They're there, and you don't have to work on all your doors of pain. Just try with one door of pain. What is the most recent pain as one being today behind the screen, face to face? I tell it to all my one-on-ones. What? Who hurt you? Who hurt you today? What hurt you today? What was that, Becky?
Message in the bottom, man.
Oh, Erica?
My biological father molested me, right? From that day, I decided I'd never bow down or be weaker than. And since that day, I've never bowed down or been weaker than. It didn't matter what I needed to use, what I had to do. I've never been weaker or bowed down to anybody since that day. And to this day, I don't follow religion because I do not worship. I do not bow down. I do not bend the knee.
Oh, you don't.
And that's,
Hermano, you don't have to do that. Once again, I'm sorry that happened to you as a being, but what I do as a being, right, to trick everybody, keep it black and white day one. I don't give a shit who you are, especially if you're an adult. Especially if you're an adult, you know what the fuck you're doing. All your bullshit excuses. No, when you're an adult and you hurt a little kid and you take advantage of a little kid, do not ever call yourself a good person until they start healing journey and do accountability. You know what? I did fuck up. I could have been the devil. I did been the devil, but you know what? It was my choice. This is what I was going through. Maybe it happened to them. That's what hurt people. Heal people, right? But once again, as a being to keep it simple, if anyone that bullies is not a good person. Simple as that. Keep it simple.
My biological father died before I could get a hold of him, bro.
Condolences.
That was my occurrence from whatever Dee paying attention is. I spent my whole childhood up to that point looking for him. I get ready to be that dude to him, bro. Like I did a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Be ready to do the work to him, bro. He was gone whenever I met him. I think that was a sign? Interaction.
Yeah.
Whenever you believe in God,
higher source.
Yahweh,
yeah.
Jewish God,
yeah.
Muslim God, like all the people, whatever you believe in, something interfered, made that motherfucker disappear because then I got my ankle broke, right? Like complete broke. I couldn't walk at all.
Snap.
And then got worse, right? And then I was finally made to where I said that soften up. Problem is, I hold on to this shit. I no longer have this desire to go do, right? Like desire of hate, but that anger's still there.
Well,
you got any advice that say with the lives you lived and shit you saw?
Yeah, okay. Remember this. First part, communication, right? Forgive is communication. Obviously, that happened to you. It sucks. It shouldn't happen to you, but it did. Respect me and say that. And that, which is the past, right? And remember this. Physically is not here no more, right? So the second hard part for everybody out there is what? Do closure for yourself. Comprehend what happened to you to do comprehension, right? And it sucks. It shouldn't happen to you. But this is the part where as beings, like, especially when I say respectfully, like when the physical not here no more, like you have this hatred towards the individual. And it sucks, yes, what they did was totally fucking wrong. We all know that, right? But the thing is, like, when someone passes away and not here, that hatred for them, the respect says, my tattoo, they still live in your head rent free until you can do closure. And that only you can do that for yourself. So it's just day by day baby steps, you know? Because if you don't do that for yourself, and I say respectfully, like, as beings, right, we can verbalize, talk to everybody, you can do podcasts about this. I want love. Like, you can say love, right? But when we have hatred, for example, look at myself. I'm a single father of kids, right? I lost 2 families. I hated myself for my tattoos. for 39 years of my life. And I love my kids. I love my ex, quote unquote. But she wouldn't tell me, my mother boy, she'd be like, how can you say you love us, right? But you hate yourself. I go, I don't know, I just do. She's like, that doesn't make sense. I go, I can't answer. I don't know the answer to that question. I know, I even talk to myself. I know that, but here's the kicker. I just know I love you guys. The downfall is what? That's codependency part. Because they make me, my kids make me feel good. My partner made me feel good, but I could not make myself feel good. No matter what I did, I could work harder. But it doesn't fucking matter because I'm not happy with myself. You know, hey, what's the indicators? How you doing? How you feeling? And I said respectfully. So until you do closure with yourself, King, and let it go, I promise you 1,000, you'll feel a little bit better for yourself. Because that is your closure. Because I can't, this pain for you, King, I can't, if I could take this pain from all of you, because I worked on myself, it'd be beautiful. The downfall is this, like my ex, you know, recent ex, well, not that recent, but 3.5 years ago. And we talked about this. That's why I love people, like, especially in the healing journey, more awakening woke journey, because we have deep conversations. In my situation, I talked about it. I even shed tears. Like, okay, if you worked on yourself and I worked on myself, why can't we take this healing journey, this pain from people? She's like, I'm gonna ask you a question. And before you answer, think about it really good before you answer, because I know you probably know the answer. Just don't react. You know, I go for it. She's like, okay, so now let's have God, higher source, gave us that power that we went through this. We comprehended it to fullest. That's what we're talking to each other. That's what we're a couple, right? So scenario, let's say that we can take these people's pain away from them. Do you believe after you take this pain from them, they won't do that again? Like, what do you mean? They won't get in toxic relationships. They will not get used and abused. They will not do drugs and bullshit. You take that. We took that from them. But you don't remember. Do you believe they will not do that ever again? And she's like, remember this. Think about it really good before you answer. And don't lie to yourself. And I thought about it for maybe like 10, 50 seconds. I was like, I could probably take it away.
Mm-hmm. That pain you're talking about, yes, 1,000,000,000%. But I don't even think you hit as deep as it goes. Like, humans are required to feel pain to learn lessons.
Correct. But once again, you gotta figure it out why.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. I don't have a solution to resolving the mental shit that comes with
right,
this.
oh no, that's the PTSD. Right.
God would dance with all the people around me. Mm-hmm. And so, like, you know, I got wisdom. I don't have answers right now to my own question, bro. Like, I'm still trying to figure shit out. And I just keep asking motherfuckers that's been through it too, you know what I mean? Yeah. Motherfuckers that understand. I drink to get away. That's why I drink.
Right, no,
shit,
I get it.
Drunk, I don't drink for fun. I drink to sit there and fucking numb the fucking thought process.
Well, yeah, too.
That shit runs every day.
Well, and that's the PTSD part, the trauma. Yeah.
Shit that's hard your soul, bro. You don't ever not think about that shit.
Right.
I don't give a fuck how hard. If you that hard, bro, like, you bold.
Right. Well, that's the part that sucks. That, and that's the shit. Like, that's why I love Buddha. I don't even know about Buddha, but Buddha's a beast because he kept it very, very simple. I didn't know this until 4 months ago, but probably now 5 months ago. And remember this. And I say respect. Born raised a Catholic. When it comes to the religious universe, they kind of brainwash. Check it out. You're a Catholic, right? You can find some Christians, but you know you're not supposed to talk to like Mormons, Pentecostal, Jehovah's, spiritual people, because they're the devil. What they teach is wrong. So that's when they put that in your head. Remember this: your parents, your caregivers, right? They teach you this, and then you got to, it's cool. Remember this: you're young, you just go by the rules, quote unquote. The idea when you get older, yo, you can study this shit. My situation, right? I've been saying the same shit, almost a broken record for 5 years of my life, right? This is my 6th season in the podcast, right? And what I do with Spotify 5 months ago, doing DoorDash, you know what? I heard the term Buddha when I was a little kid. When we were in Seattle, a bunch of my buddies were Buddhists and stuff, but I never asked them, you know, hey, it's okay, what did Buddha teach? Nothing. If you don't make a comment or ask a question, you don't inspire a conversation, you will never know. So once again, my situation, 5 months ago, Spotify, Buddha's teachings. They call it Salty Tim. He's a fucking beast. I love the way he speaks. I was like, damn, 2,500 years ago, before technology, obviously this Wi-Fi bullshit, 94 cell phones, 94 basically, right? So what the only way I can speak to anybody, let's say I need all this now, and 93, I go and speak to people locally. My situation, Eastern Washington State, I'm the fucking devil. All these tattoos, they didn't get my fiosos, but I go to the west side, Seattle, Maria home. In Seattle to this day, I'm famous by the Queens. So what they ask me, like, you just have words in your, I've seen tattoos, but I see you're just words. What's it about? The healing journey. Oh, really? Boom. We're talking about healing journey, right? So, 25 years ago, Buddha was a beast. All he preached about was mind and body. Kept it so simple. Mind and body. What do you mean? Just focus on you. That's it. Nobody else. If you can't afford them, then why do you keep wasting your energy on them? You're stressing yourself on them. That's why that analogy metaphor. You have enough food in your plate, which is your personal life feelings, right? Why do you want to add more food to your plate? Your eyes are big in your mouth, becoming greedy. Don't add more stress to yourself. And that's what he said. I love the way he said it. Hit it out. I am the doctor, right? My teaching is the medicine. I'm going to give it to you. We can talk about it, but there's many people to talk to behind you. So I'm going to give it to you. You can read it. You can throw that book away, but I'm going to tell you something. Just because I told you this, you don't have to believe me, comprehend me. Until you study it, and you observe it, and you know what we're talking about, now you know the comprehension. Do not believe nobody. Until you study and comprehend it, now you vibe with whatever they're saying. Do not believe nobody at all. I'm telling you, don't even believe me. Who the fuck says that? That's fucking beautiful, deep as fuck. So he did mind and body. I preach about mind and body. Who? That person by your side. You can be the most religious, atheist person in the universe, whatever you believe in, right? But magically, somehow, everything starts with love. Every conversation in the universe starts with love. Because they intend not to be too many people day one. If they are, they're too narcissistic, right? Because they're obviously they're traumatized. But let's say one potential partner or a good friendship, everything starts with love. But when you start bumping heads, these altercations, when they start passing boundaries, the red flags start happening. Now it's going to toxic love. So you have to figure out, okay, when do we go to toxic love? And for everybody out there, the door's right there. What? That's what I preach. It's a person by your side. What do you mean? You don't have to comprehend that. You can be the most religious person, and all of a sudden, toxic relationship. You can pray, but manifest all the fuck you want. That's not wrong with you as one being. Whatever. I'm not knocking on you as one being, but what about the person by your side? The people that are your so-called friends that mistreat you, that break trust and loyalty. A zillion people in all these fucking universes and realms. Why it's just about 1 or 2 or 20? Yo, King, everybody screaming. Why am I talking to you guys? I don't have to be here. All this shit I'm saying on my tattoos, I'm about to get tattooed 3 weeks from now. I don't have to get more tattoos, but I'm getting more black and white words in my body to just go straight to the point. Yo, like, it's just USB and it's not nobody else. You just don't know that yet. There's love. You can have love from others. And man, bullshit, but it's a kicker. But to call everybody out, if people make you feel good, if man, bullshit makes you feel good, why can't you make yourself feel good? Make that make sense. And what's the answer? Codependency. I need my parents. I have 8 kids. I need my 8 kids to tell me they love me. That makes me feel good. But the day my 8 kids get up and graduate and they don't want to talk to me, that is their free one choice. Now what happens to me as one being? You can tell me, can you love me, baby? Okay, thank you for that. Thank you for the compliment. My kids hate me. They don't like me. So no matter who tells me they love me, if I hear from my 8 kids, I don't give a shit who says it to me because that there is no love here. That's everyone's free one choice for everybody out there. That's what you don't know as yet. The answer is the person in the mirror. All you ever need was you. The end. That's my saying. Like once on Saturday at the farmers market, a queen was like, "Why don't you write a book? Like, why write a book? Respectfully." That's my book. I just said the answer.
I'm talking about doing an autobiography a lot, bro. Like, I really am, man. Man, kind of embarrassed to say I don't never even talk about school shit, but I sucked at fucking English, bro. Like, I failed fucking the Romeo Juliet shit. I never got the fucking, bro, like, I passed with a D in English.
It's okay. It's okay. School? I tell my 8 kids, all young kids, okay, school, it will teach you how to be like, to maintain and do what? Work. But when it comes to your personal life and your personal feelings, school can't do shit for you. Maybe go to college to be a therapist counselor. Maybe.
I couldn't fuck my girlfriend worth shit.
Yo, all you trolls are funny. Like, yo, why you jump in the life for it? That makes no sense at all, bro. Get the fuck ass. Why the show up here and sit on bullshit?
I joined, it looked like you came fresh out of prison and
like your mother and father. See that problem solved. Fucking, I swear to God, all you boys and girls, fuck you and your mother and your dad's grandparents. Especially the boys, especially on these platforms. Yo, there's only like 0.01% when 0.01% men that I speak to, and they will stop for a minute and then run away. Cause why? Feelings. That's what I'm saying. Now I say all the time, I'm not here for the fucking men at all. If you jump in the box in the comments, we talking and vibing, Everybody else, fuck you. Respectfully, are you boys? You can't talk about your feelings, but you talking about bitches, partying, kicking it, doing drugs. I know you do that. Respectfully, that's all you got for me. Yo, you're a boy, you're not a man. Respectfully, the ones that are trying. Like, King, you trying. That's a positive. Huh?
No real can talk about the drugs and shit they done. That's what I learned as I got older, bro. Like, no real motherfucker really talks about their, like,
personal feelings. Right.
Parties.
Well, that's the shit because it's personal. What does everybody do for the most part? We gossip. We gossip. That's what we do. But when it comes to personal feelings, we won't do that because it's personal. Y'all like, yo, Viking. I don't want to talk about my feelings, my child trauma. But let's talk about your child trauma, my ex-child trauma. Everyone. That's what we do with gossip, and we run from our feelings. But the kicker to call everybody out. How can you do that, right? And claim you want love? I'm gonna give you a scenario. It's not factual. The day you're a partner, and that partner that you love asks you the same question I asked you, and I respect your boundaries. What would you do to them? Push them away? Shut down?
For me, that shit like shit I just talked to you about.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard as fuck for me to bring shit like that up. Talk about any type of personal shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Thank you for being vulnerable, King.
Like I said when I came in, you were the realest motherfucker I met on
Thank you,
that,
King.
man.
I just tell stories. I just pay it forward, King. Thank you, King. I just pay it forward. I know it's not easy. That's the cool thing about social media. This is why I do my live podcast. You know, not for myself. Initially, 5 years ago, my breakup healing journey, yes. Now I just pay it forward because I know how it feels to struggle and be lost and confused and have no one to talk to. That's the good thing about social media. I promise you, thousands of cell phone, whatever negative feeling, you're sad, depressed, bitter, hateful. The best platform, yes, you know, TikTok for sure. You got YouTube, you got Google. Then you have Spotify. I love Spotify. Cause remember this. Any shit you're going through, type it in there. Breakups, divorces, healing, it's type it in there. You're here like my situation. This is a live podcast. Eventually you go to the Spotify, YouTube, you'll see me. For example, you go to YouTube, the day I upload this platform, this session, this live session, which is whatever date today is. Let me see right now. The August 3rd of 2025. On YouTube, you'll see my face on all these platforms, right? And King Viking, they'll hear your voice and they don't know who you are. You watch it, like, check it out. I don't say your name at all. I don't say names for the most part. Only the ones that actually would call me and be like, oh, yo, King, you can say my name. You can say my name. You know, I'm cool with you, you know? Some of you have to get out to real talk. Thank you. No, it's because energy. When you have, like, positive energy and people, like, you know, you become vulnerable with, like, there's the people you're talking about with every which way. Because you know what? I could be myself. You know how many times, like, even when I was with my support team 5 years ago, like, I was more introverted and I was talking to people I don't know. But you know what? But it's because with you, I could be myself. When anyone says that, it's because it's a safe space. Like, yo, I'm not here to hurt you. I know people will hurt you, but I'm not here to do that at all. I'm not here to hurt you with the truth. The truth hurts no matter what, you know? But we can break it down. Okay, when I just told you the truth, what does it hurt you about? Is it because the word I said, the way I said it? Is because, you know, your mother should have done that to you? Yes, understandable, but here's the kicker. Allah was raised incorrectly. That's what you have. I'm going to get tired pretty soon. All capital letters. A journey, everyone starts with blue pillars 2D on a journey. When you do the 3D to the 7D, 10D, 20 matrix, now we're doing the healing journey. What you're trying to do, you're trying to feel your feelings and try to comprehend it shit because it's your own feelings. That's beautiful. Give yourself props. You trying. It's day by day baby steps. That's all it is.
I had to buy these nerdy ass glasses. Like, you can see how they look, bro. I bought these motherfuckers because this is how I look without them. Mm-hmm. Nobody wants to talk to you when you look like me. Everything, you just some asshole or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So these motherfuckers, and people want to talk to me, bro. Like that's how I got people to fuck with me on that. I literally had, bro, I had some fucking cool ass glasses. Like, a while ago, bro, like, they had the angles and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I had to buy the fucking grounded shits to get people to talk to me on that. Bro, people get shallow, bro. The world right now is shallow as fuck, man. People don't fuck with people because they get a perception off of them by how they look, right? You know what I mean?
Cosmetics,
you have on, and you know what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, my tattoos. I'm the devil. I comprehended 1,000. Yeah. It's okay, like...
Good hearts are good hearts, bro. We all, like, a lot of us motherfuckers that look bad got good ass motherfucking hearts, bro.
Oh, yeah, we do. It's just like, I just say that term, like, only God can judge me. Respectfully, everybody judges everybody. I get judged all the time. As a being, I want you to judge me. Like in Seattle, right? They all say the same thing, especially the Queens. You know, before I see you, I'll be cautious with you. But, remember there's that farmer market in Seattle, but when you start speaking to people, like, like, you have positive energy, like, you talk to everybody. You ask everybody, how you doing? How's it going? How's life? Like, why? Why do you care about people so much? Because a lot of us get verbalized, I'm good, I love the universe. But behind it, what are we doing? Physically, we're the mass smiles, right? Behind it, dining, crying. Away from the, whatever, podcast, therapy, your partner's kids. Get in your car. You go through a lot of shit, you know who to talk to. So you ball like a bitch in your car. You might feel better, but then, okay, I feel better. But now what do I do with this feeling? I don't know. Back to the routine. Job, car, family, kids. I hate myself, but then away from everybody, cool. That's why I check in with everybody because I was them. I'm a big care bear, man. I just tell stories, and I pay it forward. It sucks to be in this universe and fucking wing life, and then suicidal thoughts. Like in our fucking head, the top of your head, jump up a billion cliffs. Don't do it physically. Do not give up on life yet. You don't know this yet, but life's beautiful. You just don't know it yet. You don't have no real support to break it down best as possible. Okay, let's talk about your personal life. Who is in your life? Who do you allow in your life? What do you mean I allow? Well, if someone's stressing you, you know, that you're allowing it, not knowing. Mm-hmm.
I was about to say, I won't even lie, bro. I actually had playlists, bro, for different moods. I have them named under mood, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Once I get distressed, I got my depressed playlist too.
Man. Yeah.
Like you got like, man, like, and here's the thing.
Go for it.
If it says it's bad to like go through that shit, the only time I've ever shed a tear in the past like 15, 20 years was when I was drunk.
Emotion.
And the music.
Right.
That music makes you feel what you don't want to think about or feel.
Well,
it makes you go through some emotions. So you listen to that music
correct.
that helps you go, right? Like it don't make you bitch, you do it away from everybody.
Right, and
that's how I get there.
Correct.
I'm still such I ain't figured it all out. That's you.
Yeah. And then on top of that, we trying to say the opposite, like when you do drugs, drugs are emotional. It's emotional. So once again, you listen to breakup music. You think about your ex-exes. You think about suicide music. It's as it being, right? As it being. I'm not tricking people when I say it, but I love, like, to me it's exotic to my ear to listen to like breakup music, you know, suicide music, depressing music. My playlist, I can say my playlist, deep fucking sad shit. Like what? But here's the kicker. Remember this. It's a person that made a song with words. It can be poetry, music, right? If they trigger you, talk to yourself. How and why do I feel the way I feel? I don't know who they are personally. I don't even know the words like that. But now who'd you think of? Breakup music? Your ex-exes, right? And it sucks. You broke up with them yesterday, been 2 years, 10 years, right? And it hurt you really fucking bad, right? And remember the best part is just this, they're just words. Now you gotta talk to yourself, why and how do I feel the way I feel? Wouldn't want to let them go.
Your mom runs it all, bro. Like,
oh, yeah.
Your mom runs there.
Facts.
That shit's real, so.
Right, your third eye. Yeah. Well, see, that's the part, like, when I say, like, your mind is strong. What's that? One of these arms that says that your mind is strong titanium or it's weak but a piece of paper. So when you're going through it, talk to yourself. I tell everybody, yo, you have to trigger. You should want to talk to yourself. Any negative trigger. Let's say, sit there, keep it simple. Tomorrow morning you wake up and you feel good. The first feeling you have, you wake up, you open your eyes, I feel good. You pay higher source, whatever you believe in. But keep it simple, you feel good. So that feeling you have in the morning, which is beautiful, within that time frame, when it goes from happiness, beautiful, that badass feeling, to boom, now I'm sad, now I'm depressed, now I'm bitter, hateful, cool. You should want to tell yourself, okay, who and what caused this? What did I see? What did I observe? What did I hear? What took my positive energy, now it's negative energy? That's the intent to talk to yourself.
Well, what do you do when it's just a thought?
Well, okay, it's your thought, right? So it's your thought. So what that thought is a trigger. But King, remember, your thought is a trigger. So you're having a good day, you thought about John, Bill, Maria. Okay, but why did I think about them? What made me think about them? That allows you to keep talking to yourself. That's badass. And then let's say scenario you know how to figure it out. Real support team. Yo, King, I'm always your pocket 24/7. And for everybody out there, 365. Remember, I can't finish save you, but together we can break it out together. That's why my one-on-ones, right? I would do a scenario. The only reason why I do that scenario with them because I was talking about my real support team. That's been the same shit. Yo, King, what's up? 5 years ago, I know you got the breakup. So did you? Oh, now you're sad depressed, right? Okay, did you think about your ex? No. Okay, if you're not thinking about your ex, I know the kids, co-parents, kind of, that's stress, right? But what did you see? What did you hear? What did you observe? What do you mean? Let's break down your day. So in the morning you wake up good, yes. Okay, so what'd you do in the morning? Well, in the morning, fed the kids, whatever. We went to the park. Cool. Well, how'd you feel then? Good. What'd you do after that? And we break it down. Okay, and one scenario was this. The kids are at home. I had to go get some milk type of situation, right? When I was at the store getting milk, I saw an older couple, like grandma and grandpa age, right? Fucking holding hands. And that's when I became sad. And I verbalized that. Like, there it is, King. What? You just said the answer, you see? You saw an older couple. Did you now you question when you get love. There it is. And you're only, then I was like 30, no, I was 39 then, right? I was like, there it is. You're 39 and they had to be sitting there, keep it, you said older folk, let's say 70, 80 years old. So you're questioning yourself, working into a breakup, we won't have love again. We won't have what they have. You don't have it yet. But the positive, we talked about it, you see? By you realizing it, you figured out when that negative trigger happened. And that's the intent to talk to yourself. What did you see? What did you observe? What did you watch? What did you hear? Something happened to you from positive to negative. I know initially you're scared to talk to yourself. Very, very scared because it's personal. Especially when now you become vulnerable and talk to others out there. But that's my situation. I just pay it forward. That's what I go live for, not for you guys. I mean, not for myself, for you guys. I want you guys to work on yourself whenever you want to. It is your free will and choice. You don't have to. Nobody has to work on themselves. Nobody has to the healing journey. Nobody has to feel the feelings. But I'm the one that calls you out because that's my gift. You don't have to, but why can you say you want love, but you don't want to express yourself? Make that make sense. And your partners, once again.
Hey, brother. Hey, man, like, yet again, man, you a blessing, man. Like, I hopped in, I gave some personal shit on me, man. You spent
Thank you, King.
real games, you know, like, explain that shit real deep, man. Let people know, like, that type of shit. Other people that been through it, man.
Yeah.
Keep doing that good work you're doing, brother. I'm going to keep bouncing around, man. I'll be back.
Thank you. Have a blessed night. Stay blessed. Take care.
Blessings on you, too.
You do, King. You do, King. Stay blessed. Take care. Be safe. That's good, man. Once again.
Les, that was a privilege to hear that story. Thank you.
Oh yeah, no. It's that's why once again I do this live session for you guys, not for myself. Like I'm blessed as to be in. It just sucks. Like, I mean, every time I'm away from like my kids, my one-on-ones, you guys, these platforms, right? I'm just like I think to myself, like this feeling that I have as one being, right? Because I already figured out life to the fullest. Like I don't need a partner. I don't even know, but I don't need my kids, none of you guys, right? I want you guys if you want that. We match energy, not take energy. If someone takes energy, I will talk to you about it. Hey, why you acting the way you're acting? Why you doing what you're doing? And so on and so on, right? But it's like, for the rest of my life, right? And I say respectfully, that might sound kind of wrong for saying this, but like, for the rest of my life, that's why I use my life blessed, but let's say I live 100 years old. For the rest of my life, it's like, it sucks to see people that, especially queens, that you want families, you offer love, but you didn't toxic love relationships, like, fuck, and you get destroyed once again. And I say respectfully, the easiest people to destroy is everyone that's too caught up in what? Being a good person, a religious person, a spiritual, atheist person. You queens are the most. And I say respectfully, the easy ones to destroy. Because I know, as a being, I know you're love 1,000. My tattoo, that downfall, you don't know how to, give this love to the right person. You just don't know that yet. Yet. You're on the healing journey. If you're on the healing journey, the intent with your ex-exes is to study and observe them. What was the red flags about them I dislike about them? What was the boundaries that they passed? What did I miss? And when you comprehend it, what I did my situation, because my risk was 5 years ago, they told me, your ex-exes, how many did you have? I go, 4. Cool, at least you don't have 10 or 20, and people have hundreds sometimes, right? So every ex to figure out what was the things you disliked about them. And then when you comprehend to the fullest, the next potential to be, when you see, observe it, you realize boundaries. But just to let you know, they don't comprehend. They don't have to respect your boundaries. If they don't respect it, what are you choosing? What are you doing? What? That's a free one choice.
I was listening for green flags while he was sharing his story.
Yeah.
And one of them was those horrible things that he didn't deserve that happened in his childhood.
Yeah.
He wasn't apologizing for any of those things, and that's pretty major because he shouldn't be, and he didn't. But a lot of people do.
It's because we think to ourselves that we did something wrong. That's why these things happen to us as beings.
Yes, and he wasn't doing that, and that's a really good green flag. Because that's not exactly easy to get to that point.
Right, and that's the thing, like...
He never does.
Right. And that's the shit for me personally. Like, that's why I cut everybody out. And that's why you expect, like, if anyone, behind the screen, face to face, you ever hear, you're watching this live session, you're in this podcast, if you ever bump into my shit, right? Like, comment or reach out to me. If you know anyone that speaks the way I speak, been saying this shit, I would love to speak to them, dead ass. Especially, if they're older than I am. If they're younger, even fucking better, Because I'm just like, it's mm-hmm.
There's a couple things, like, sometimes not talking about things really legit is the best way to, like, forget and move past. You're gonna forget a lot quicker if you're not feeding it and talking about it. But where this guy was saying he keeps getting pulled back in, and he doesn't talk about, the old lifestyle anymore.
Right.
But he keeps getting pulled back in, and I wonder if he did talk about the new lifestyle.
Well, you're talking about the first cat?
People from pulling him back in, if they understood, he's got a new lifestyle, he's got a new goal and a new way of being, and
Well,
and that old stuff.
It's number one, how you doing, Queen? Well, see, here's the kicker, like, as beings, right? So the intent you verbalized in you life, right? But as you as one being, the intent is not to go back to your old lifestyle. Triggers, like if you're about to life game mafioso or whatever, more likely you'll get. For example, I say respectfully, I'm a tattoo. The zombies as an addiction. They could be sober 10 years, right? But now their friends trigger them. Something happens to trigger in their life, and they go back to the old lifestyle. And this is part as one being. First hard part, forgive, communication, not forget happened to you. The second hard part, let go. Can you let go and do closure yourself, comprehend what happened to you? If you don't do that, remember this, respectfully, everyone has the right to be in your past or present. When they do, and which they shall, how we react, how we respond. Like my situation, my baby mother of boys, right? She's talking about my old version of myself. Today, I sat to stay quiet. The old version of myself, on a journey, not a healing journey, I would have intervened in the conversation. Like, no, let me tell you, no, I just stay quiet. That's all I did. Because I'm her ex, right? So 7 years together, and every time she says a comment, I know you. I remind her, no, you don't know me, you know of me. What does that mean? 7 years ago, together, you know that person of myself, the old version of myself. This last 5 years, you don't know the last 5 years of myself. You have a partner. It's been 5 years, right? So you know of me. So when will you let me go? And once again, nobody can let go of nobody. Well, for yourself, yes, but I can't do this for you. I'm sorry the old version of myself hurt you. With words every which way. I try to say shit with my words, right? But I was on a journey, not a healing journey. Now I worked on myself. Now do you want to talk about it? If not, I told you, in your match in your head, I live the brand free. Every time you think about it, you see me every weekend. So I take your energy, then what? There's a problem. So when will you let me go? I cannot take this from you to let you know this. You have to comment, God can't take this pain from you. What? You can go to church all you want. Pay the higher service all you want. How's that working out for you? He wants you to change, but what will you change? Allah wants you to let me go, but will you let me go? It's only you. As one being, I can't do it for nobody can do it for you. You know? And that's the shit. A lot of people don't say that. I
went to church.
Say that again?
On Wednesday.
Oh, how'd it go?
I almost went to church on Wednesday, and if I had gone, it
Yeah.
would have been the second time I've ever been in my life.
Okay.
But I didn't. I still kind of want to.
Yeah,
And it's not the church I want to go to. I just respect the person that shared their faith with me.
Okay. That's beautiful. I don't know what that.
Yeah. I want to go sit with them at least once.
Yeah, that's totally cool. That's totally
their
cool.
God is.
Yeah. Once again, everybody has their own beliefs. Like, as long as the person is patient enough, open-minded enough, we can have these conversations every which way. My situation, I'm not a Bible thumper. You have to go to church. You have to change. You have to start the healing journey. The word habit, once again, is very full trigger. You should want to change. You should want to go to church. You should want to pray higher source. You should want to feel your feelings. But nobody has to do nothing. What?
Yes.
I don't go do nothing. You don't go do shit. That is your free one choice. You and I have the exact same gift. Every being from every realm, all the universe, whatever you claim to be, whatever you believe you are, that's your belief. We have the exact same fucking two gifts. Free one choice. I got it. You got it. What are you choosing? What are you doing? What am I choosing? What am I doing? What's everyone choosing and doing? Exact same gifts. After that, whatever term you want to use, whatever your gift is.
Justice. We all want justice. And we don't really even afford it to each other. How do we give ourselves justice?
Facts. And that's the downfall of codependency. Because we're waiting for this person, this one. And I say respect, if you believe, especially with a potential partner, like that God higher source would send this one being, the one quote unquote, to come in your life and match energy potentially. But I'll do scenarios. Let's say scenario they see you believe in your head. Cause remember, this allow us. We lie to ourselves. I'm doing good. I let my exes go. I'm not bitter and hateful. And then you get a relationship, and they say that person in the healing journey, but they're more healed than you are, more awake and woke journey. I probably 1,000 if they're awake and woke journey, they won't deal with you. If you're too traumatized, too in trouble, respectfully, like you have a lot of healing to do still. I know you're doing it, but everything I do triggers you. You worry about a cell phone. Your ex, you compare me to your ex. Like, I love you, but I love myself more. What? I'm selfish in a positive manner because if I don't got myself, nobody has me. Then what? So you're not having me. Every time I be around you and you say you love me, quote unquote, I'm walking on eggshells. No matter what I do, no matter what I say, you gotta always say something. So respect, I love you, but I gotta go. What? For everybody out there, which I've been saying more lately, was the big word rejection. Can you handle rejection as one being? If you can't handle it, say it again.
Can you keep your temper in check?
Well, that's the triggers. That's why rejection hurts a lot.
Yeah.
That's why if you allow it to hurt.
A lot, like,
If you allow it to, well, that's why I preach about rejection, because In life, everybody, I promise you 1,000, from a baby to the last damn breath, you'll always be rejected, but can you handle it? You know, you apply for a job, they say no, you just got rejected. Now you become bitter and hateful. No one has to tell you yes. And even if they tell you yes, they can sell you a dream. There's a lot of shit behind the word yes also. But I promise you 1,000, you stay observant of people's energy, the way they carry themselves, you can stay or leave. They give you a good job, good paying job. They say, you know, everyone, they give you a little tour, everyone's lovey-dovey and bullshit. Now you're hired. Now you see everyone's true colors. Like, oh shit, my boss, the one that gave me the job is toxic as fuck. My coworker that smiles, shook my hand, gave me coffee, they're all toxic. Like, goddamn, this place is fucking toxic. In life, you can go house hopping, car hopping, job hopping. Don't go body hopping the whole face or body after body. That's not healthy. But in life in general, like, yo, the universe talking to yes, or you stay there and accept it. You know what? I hate my job, but they pay me good. But I deal with all this toxicity, everyone's fucking drama, you know, and I hear this bullshit. If you can, as a being, if you can control the energy, I could be in any toxic environment for the most part. But if it's too toxic, not my last job, well, yeah, you can see my last job, 7-Eleven. But I preach about the ghetto hoods. I live in this shit. If you live in the ghetto hoods, don't get a fucking night job at a corner store. At all.
I
all.
worked nights at 7-Eleven.
Say it again?
I worked nights at 7-Eleven.
Oh, in the ghetto hoods or in the suburbs? In the suburbs or the ghetto hoods?
Yeah, I mean, I live in the Mormon Mecca. I live in Salt Lake County. And
Okay. Well, see, if the good area, religious, spiritual is cool, but in the ghetto hoods, hell no. That's saying, even on platforms, the fees come out at night. Why do you think this platform people, and I say respect, we do them the live session in the boxes, high and drunk and shit, because the fees come out at night. Because during the day, the intent, you get high and drunk at work, because you could potentially lose your job, right? And obviously that's wrong. And the ghetto hoods, the corner stores, like me, I was there for like, I don't know, like 3-4 months. I was grateful for the job, but I'm fucking everyone's babysitter for race. Like, don't fight, cat. I'm like, nope. This place, this whole environment's too toxic, man. I gotta go. Like, no. Rejection, protection. That's the type of you guys are being. You can't control your and protect the energy. Like, I don't deal with toxicity. And my situation, I say respect for all those zombies. I say addiction every night, you know, boohoo me, like, you know, especially the homeless, you know, and they're high and like, yo, like, ask them a question. I'm you know, keep it 1,000 with you. Do you have kids? No. Well, I'm gonna tell you something though, you know, it's tricky potential wise. But the truth hurt no matter what. I'm gonna sing for your kids. I lost 2 families. Why am I not doing what you're doing? Why am I not staying where you're at in your shoes and begging for $1? And you have no kids? Yo, do I have no kids? You might jump off a bridge. I lost 2 families. I got 8 kids. I got 8 people to deal with. Right? Respect when I say that with the energy. And they're still learning type of situation. You're not my kid.
that's very real.
Respect for you. You're not my kid. You're an adult. See the cell phone tattoo? My cell phone tattoo? Ask the AI. Ask YouTube, ChatGPT, Spotify. All the answers are there, but you don't want to feel your feelings yet. You're still in the victim mentality. You're on a journey, not even a healing
I was
journey.
about to bring up victim mentality and talk about
My
how
tattoo. That's right here.
worth understanding. That's worth the search and understanding.
Yeah. Oh, well, it's a triggering comment. Like, what? That's it's a victim mentality. What? It's a victim mentality, comma, for now. What do you mean? You can stay in the victim mentality for the rest of your life. Boo, I'm sorry. My next tattoo, I'm sorry. Your ex-exes, your past pain, your toxic love, trauma, child trauma. Destroy the fuck out of you. I'm sorry. I'm not them at all. I'm here for you. You want to talk about it. You don't have to. I respect your boundaries, but once they call you out, I do this all the time. How can you say you want love, and the person that potentially asks you the same thing, when they do ask you about the same thing, I just ask you, what will you do? You can push me away. I'm not a part to you. That's understandable. You hurt my feelings, but I'm for warning you to pay it forward. If you can hurt them wise, or they can walk away. Are you ready for rejection? Just because of that? Because they don't want to deal with toxicity. Because they know you're too traumatized. They don't want to become your fucking babysitter, your mother, your father, nor your probation officer. Because in the streets, if someone triggers you, you cause situations, and especially nobody's and shit. They don't want. They've been there, done that. I won't ever deal with toxicity. Fuck no. Yo, I'm so in a positive. This is my life.
It's hard when you have dependencies. When you have dependencies, and it puts you in situations that aren't fair, aren't right, shouldn't be happening, but you have to tolerate it because you're dependent.
Right. And that's why codependency sucks.
You're dependent. You're
everyone
dependent
starts
on
with
somebody financially or emotionally.
Right.
Or
Everything. We're all raised initially.
For a basic need that you can't go without.
Correct. And that's the thing, codependency. Everyone's stuck in it. That's why it's the generational cycle initially. When you become adults, leave the household, now you can change that whenever you want to. But it's hard initially because we have no way to support them in deep conversations. You can, once again, you can do Spotify, YouTube, which is beautiful. Therapy counseling, which is awesome, good, as long as that therapist counselor is doing this conversation to elaborate best as possible. But once again, it comes down to you as one being. It's your feelings. You know, I can't take this for nobody. I have 8 kids. I know all my 8 kids get destroyed every which way in this toxic relationship. My situation with my 8 kids, I tell you, you see my tattoos, King? Papi, Mommy, I love you guys. It's on my body for a reason. The answer is right here. You don't have to comprehend it at all. But if you think that, you don't give them a chance, go for it. You want to go back, go for it. The term is called this, I love them. Like, on the spiritual universities, especially young queens, they'd be like, we have a soul tie. They're twin flames. What's the other term? Soul tie is twin flames. I'm like, a karmic, contract. I'm like, yeah, you can say that in spiritual talk, but keep it 1,000 round real. That's called a trauma bond. What? So you need somebody, right, by your side. I know you love them, so you need them to be emotionally abusive, emotionally spiritually abusive, emotionally cheating, verbally abusive, right? Physically abusive. Being a fuckboy by your side. You need that by your side. That's your free one choice. I'm going to take the time my back. My lesson, I'm going to cross that too. It's going to say vertically wise. It's going to say trauma bonds equal soul ties equal twin flames equal addiction equal insanity equal all capital letters codependency. What? Because you need them in your life. I pray for you in the universe. I go my day in my life. I have compassion for all the universes. I don't feel sorry for the universe because I was you. I don't need a partner.
A lot of people are stuck there. They are stuck in the victim mentality where they have a craving to be the victim, and those people will make you their abuser. They will push and push and push, and if they can't provoke you, then sometimes they'll just lie and say you did things that you didn't do because they like being the victim.
Facts.
And they will make the people around them their abusers.
Facts. 1,000 done, and it sucks. That's what the life podcast for. And it's a triggering statement. But I ask all the time, a question like, so how much more longer, Queen, would you be in this victim mentality? What? I know it hurts to say. I was you. My support team was the same question 5 years ago. You can get triggered. Cuss me the fuck up. I don't give a shit about words. Tell me I'm wrong. When we saw it going from because the healing journey is very painful. The victim mentality. I, they. Yes, they destroyed you. Yes, they fucked you over. Yes, you gave them 20 years of your life. I know you did. That's the victim mentality. When you go more on the awakening journey, less energy X, more energy yourself. You say the term we. We give each other 7 years of life, 20 years of our life. But now what are you going to do about it? You can stay in the victim mentality and tell to every person in the universe about your ex. But how can you say you want love? And especially and these platforms, on your profile, you post a God, higher source, Buddha, whatever you want, which is positive, right? But then you're in a toxic relationship, or they fucked you over. Like, okay, what are you gonna do about that? For how much longer you have the victim mentality? I can't take this pain from you. We can talk about it. It might make you feel good, but after this conversation, you go your way, I go my way. Now what happens to you? I'm blessed. All the shit I talk about, all these clips that I play, all my tattoos, these are my scars, healed. I don't need people at all. I want people. People come and go no matter what. I can't stop that. I don't worry about that. I don't worry about being rejected.
Your temper in check, and that's a big deal.
Oh yeah, that's
that you
triggers.
Talk about these things,
Mm-hmm.
and you probably do feel mad, but you're not like punching holes in the wall and.
Well, that's triggered. When you're doing that, you're triggered. When you unleash the beast, the devil comes out of you. It's because you're triggers.
To that point.
Yeah, that's why I preach my tattoos. Triggers.
And not raging.
Right. Yeah, that's the intensity. Your triggers talk to you. So, why do I feel the way I feel? Who caused it? What caused it? Why do I allow them triggering comment, right? For now, to trigger me. And that's where rejection is protection. You can push people away. You can realize boundaries, they're under-respected. Cool, remember this. I match energy. You know what? Reverse the cause. You play them, I play dumber. I want to just cut you off. I'm your own kid. I don't give a shit my own kid. Those kids over there are not my kid, and I have a good conversation with them. I never hurt you, but it's a kicker. Like I tell my kids, over myself. No one taught me. Here's the best part. I told in front of us again. My ex, right there, face to face. Her hubby's right there. I say, Speffy, your mother and father right there, and none of my family, nor their family, can't even talk about this shit at all. They don't even know this conversation. They believe, because I was born the Catholic, and they're religious, that God will change their ways. That God will make their life better. How's that working out for them? How will that work for you? I say respectfully, what? God can't do it for me? He can't do it for you.
I haven't finished the Bible yet.
Mm-hmm.
I've had it about a year now.
Yeah.
But I read Malachi, and it made me reflect on myself. It made me feel cheap and lazy. And
Well, that's a cool thing. Is like it's a reality check. Everybody has their own beliefs. All these spiritual people, positive people, right? And they're just remember there's a person that wrote this book, whatever you believe in. But talk to yourself every single time. Talk to yourself. And whatever you read, what you observed, do you comprehend what they said? Do you like what they said? If you do, like, yo, that's your belief now. My situation, I'm born as a Catholic. God, that's why I always tattoo to trigger people. That's my gift. What? If higher source, whatever your higher source is, they could be atheist. The universe, I don't give a shit what term you use, can do for you, especially you queens respectfully. Why did all these fuckboys by your side make you suffer? You allow them to let you suffer. I allow it. I preach about doors. Yo, king, queen, give me some of the queens. I'm here for you. That door. What? The door's right there. I'm gonna say. What do you mean? The door is right there, physically right there for you. When will you leave? I know it's scary. I know it's gonna hurt. Trust me, I was you. It's a fucked up feeling to have. But look at all these doors you go through. That's what my one-on-ones, they be like, damn. And I got doors in my head. Yeah, because you brag about all these doors. I love church. I love my job. I love my therapist. I love my tattoo. Yeah. But then you get your car and you fucking dread to go home. I won't ever have that feeling again. Capital fucking E ever. I have 1,000 fucking girlfriends and they all go cheat on me. I give no fucks. I don't need her in my life. I want her in my life. And it's her free one choice to fucking cheat. But I'll call her out. How can you claim higher source? You're a good person, but you cheated. And don't blame, you can blame the devil. But that was your free one choice. My situation potentially to be, all my tattoos, it's called a premeditated choice. You want to fucking be like Jimmy Fox and fucking blaming alcohol? Those drugs been there before you and I were born. For all you zombies out there, my tattoo, the bottle doesn't need you. You need the bottle. Why? None of these drugs wake up. You know what? I got PTSD. I went through a breakup. I got child trauma. I'm gonna buy a Rito to get high drunk. Nope, a being will.
I have some pretty major childhood trauma also. And when major childhood trauma happens at a young age, it does impact your brain.
I got you off in a minute. Thank you for checking on me.
Yeah, it's a hard thing to I got triggered.
Okay.
Recently, really triggered, and I don't crash out when I'm triggered. I don't go raging, and I'm madder now than I've ever been in my life, and for longer than I've ever been in my life. I've never been this mad for this long before.
Okay.
And it's hard for people to believe because I'm not crashing out.
Right.
I'm not, and that's actually a really hard thing to do, to try to stay balanced and feel those feelings without raging and without lashing out on another person who's triggering them, sometimes on purpose. Sometimes they're in victim mentality and they're trying to make you their abuser so they can go, so-and-so did something to me and it's their fault. And
yeah.
Host, can I read your aura?
Go for it. If you want to go for it, Queen.
You have purple and yellow surrounding you. I just seen that you're a high vibrational level. There's not many people at that level. So I need to read this person's energy level, energy field. Obviously, you're helping people and, you have a deep spiritual connection with everything around you.
Oh, thank you.
You're at your pinnacle level than before. You went through so much shit, but you're doing very well in your life right now. You have a high level of empathy for other people, and not just other people, but you fully understand who you are, and you're getting to the higher consciousness levels. And I just seen this straight away. I was like, Jesus, you're doing very well. You're very creative within yourself, and you're a balanced person. You're yin and yang. You know what you're doing. Once you do it, you go like straight away. You put your thought into your reality, and you see a bigger picture within yourself and other people.
Thank you, Queen. That was beautiful. Thank you. I worked on myself 5 years ago in my healing journey, and I just pay it forward now. That's all I do. I just tell stories.
Obviously, you try to keep as positive as possible.
Best as possible. That's why I say respectfully, it's not reason no competition, but that's why the queens love me. The boys hate me. That's why the boys love, I was you. I know to tell to the accountability hurts. To say, I did fuck up. I did cheat. I was really abusive. I did pass boundaries. But when you start telling the truth and do accountability, like the into the next potential to be, that mother or boy, she's the last queen this lifetime. I will ever hurt my words. The truth is no matter what. But like in general, to be call you like if I'm having a bad day or we're bumping heads or you're bumping heads on a bad day, and I call it triggers me and I become triggered. The devil comes at me and call you a bitch, call you fat, call you stupid. That's the part that
it's very hard to see people with them colours, purple and yellows. Most people are maybe lower chakra colours, maybe
spirituality talk.
Maybe they're orange.
That's beautiful, queen.
Obviously, you've been through a lot, so being through a lot
yeah.
is the challenges and the struggles, and you get to the higher level of consciousness, and that's why you have to go through these life challenges in order to reach your higher self.
That's the intent. You queens for the most part empathetic and been doing this, and that's why I vibe with you. I love, like I'm just 3D. Everyone starts 2D, then you have 4D to 10D to the like you said, chakra. That's spirituality talk. I know of it. You spell and say this, queen. I don't comprehend it. It's not my realm. Like I can study it, but yeah, I just don't comprehend it. So I just pay for it and tell stories, and that's why I can vibe with a lot of queens out there in the healing journey. Some very little, like 0.01% males in the healing journey also, but they don't know. When it becomes personal and your ex-sex is my next tattoo, that's a part that could trigger a lot of people because it's personal. But I tell people that that's why the intent to work on yourself, so you don't hurt the next potential to be. Because what I teach about, the worst people you destroy with your words are two. No matter what, you can hurt everybody with words, yes, but the worst two people are who? Your partners that you say you love, quote unquote, and then your kiddos. Everybody else, your family and friends, you can cuss them out. Yes, you bump heads. You typically kiss and make them 1 billion times. But your partners and kids, those relationships are really hard to rekindle, especially with kids. But it's not ever too late. As long as you remember, there's nobody else to forgive nobody. That is their free one choice. But you can pay it forward. That's what I do. I have my single 5 kids. I tell my kids, look at that. There's your mother. I'm your father. We're out together to do co-parenting. And, your mom would tell you things that I did to her every which way. Remember, this is the old version of myself. I'm talking to you now. I'm going to try to teach you to become like me and knowing your mother. You beat both of us and start the healing journey, this term at a younger age. Because if you don't believe higher source can do for you, ask your mother about the higher source. Ask all your family about the higher source. Nothing wrong with the higher source at all. But as one being, how you in toxic relationships, make them make sense. You think higher source in toxic relationships? I'm a single father kid. I tell my kids, I hate you. I'm not in toxic. I won't ever be in toxicity. Capital fucking, I don't need partners. I want partners. And love doesn't hurt. Highly impossible. Toxic love hurts. You love somebody that doesn't love you back. Toxic love will cost you everything emotionally, mentally, spiritually, financially, physically. Because your mental health goes to shit, or potentially you queens, and potentially even your own your physical life. What? Because you have a fuckboy by yourself, too narcissistic, and they already did all the red flags, 1 billion red flags, and you still, on my tattoo, you still pray, but hope manifest that God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, the spirit, your ancestors will magically one day will change his ways so he loves you like you love him. That can cost you literally your own life. And I preach about doors, queen, the door's right there. What? It's right there. You can leave, anybody can leave whenever they want to. That is their free one choice. But the shitty part is, if you're on trombone, on my tattoos, he's your slave master. He says, fuck your feelings, and you're a slave. I know you. I was you. You're not going to leave.
Did you have Native American roots?
I don't know. I've never really researched my ancestors, and I said respectfully, it might be a certain comment. I don't go too deep in the past. Respectfully, my native roots is like my parents, my grandparents, physical beings that I met or know of. When it comes to like great grandparents, respect. Say this. That's my ancestors. I just go on my dig on my life, and I say respect. That's just the way I believe as one being. I don't go too deep in the rabbit hole because I don't know them, I don't know anything about them. If my family could teach me about them, because obviously my great-grandmother, great-great-grandmothers, they spoke to each other, cool, that's beautiful. They can tell me stories and pay it forward, but that's all I go off. And I say respectfully, everybody has their own beliefs and terminology-wise. I just keep it, better simple, today than out of the present, best as possible. If you can learn from your past ancestors, then you have that gift that you can actually, astral project, in these dreams, these visions, have this conversation with them. Nothing against you. That's beautiful. That is your gift. I don't have that gift, respectfully. So I know, once again, I don't know. Potentially there, I don't know.
I don't know either.
I ask these questions. Sorry. I ask these these questions, I say these things because I see certain things about people.
Yeah, that's your Queen. That's okay. That's your gift. I love questions. I just so we once again behind the screen we know each other from Adams, but the intent is like best as possible. You know, a two-sided relationship, friendship, communication, comprehension. That's why the intent in day one verbalize all your your boundaries type of situation, your beliefs, especially with my situation. Like as potential partners, like I don't dates plural. I don't do dates. One date and that's it. If we're adults, especially if you have kids, yo, don't act like a virgin. I respect your boundaries. If you're introverted, I comprehend that, but like, so what are we gonna do when we're potential partners and couples? Like, you're gonna just keep shutting down, push me away? My condoms from Jesus. So let's say I didn't trigger you. Your past day, your exes, your past pain, toxic
Have a good day.
trauma.
I just came in here to read your aura and your energy field because I thought you was a high vibrational energy.
Okay.
And keep doing what you do and, helping people because that's going to raise their vibration.
Thank you, Queen. Thank you. Have a blessed night. Take care. Be safe. Ciao.
That was nice.
Oh, yeah. Well, see, and this is the part where triggered, like, once again, that comment she says, like, I thought you were the high vibrational, whatever, creature, whatever she said, right? Like, spirituality, I'm not, I say I'm religious, spiritual, but once again, but I'm not deep in the rabbit hole. I know of all the chakras, the terminology. I don't know every chakra. I'm about to get, like, these, Bea recommended, these, like, I have, like, X behind me, but I'm gonna get the spiritual. I'm gonna get spiritual, Buddha, and Jesus, right? To attract all the realms. Oh, there's chakras, the tree of life. Like, yeah, the tree of life, chakras. Which is beautiful, but I don't know about chakras. Like, I mean, I know of it. I don't comprehend it. And I say respectfully. I just care about you as one being.
That's probably how I would describe my understanding of chakras.
Yeah. It's just, which is, once again, they have like this, there's so much terminology, like, they can heal you with the energy. Right. They can heal you with energy, and I believe that. But here's the kicker. If I'm your partner, I'm a fuckboy, I'm emotionally, physically abusive. So this healer, this Reiki healer healed you. You felt good, right? And then all of a sudden, I know Allah on chakra. Hey, man, you can teach me, right? Whatchamacallit. And then you come back to me, and you walk in, you're a bitch. You're fucking stupid. Where the fuck were you? But your Reiki healer just healed you, and you come back to me to negative energy. Why do you allow yourself to come back to me? Respectfully. You have nowhere else to go to. All these doors in the universe, all these realms in the Matrix. Why did you come back to little old me? Make that make sense respectfully. And I get it. I was you. If you're trauma bonded, it sucks. It's a soul tie, yeah. Say this terminology and no, it's called a trauma bond. It's an addiction. It's insanity. You keep doing it over and over. Yeah, it's insanity. That's the answer is codependency. I need them. And you lose your toxic, your families, your parents, your mother's doing that, your aunts are doing that, your grandmother, you're becoming like them. Yeah, and I say respect your which way. That's what I'm saying. Like, nothing wrong with this terminology, which is beautiful. 2D to 10D, 20 Matrix. All these realms and within is positive, but as it being, I care about you, but the person by your side. And my situation, I'm for you, Queen, just to let you know, like, I love saying, I'm gonna say it's saying that you might comprehend this if you do, that you're in the healing journey, you're more awakening woke journey. If not, then. Yo, I pray for you not to, and what is your Queen? If let's say your potential, right? I'm gonna tell you this day one, right? It's just to let you know, I can act nice, be narcissistic, I can be nice, be empathetic. Tomorrow, Queen, do you know what that means? Let's say you be like, what is that? I pray for you every day, that's it. If I try and bond you, I can show my tattoos, I become your slave master. I say, fuck your feelings, and you become a slave. Because I own you. There's soul tie, there's soul contract, quote unquote. Because you're allowed to happen not knowing. And you give me 1,000 chances. That 1,000 chances could be 1 day, 1 year, 20 years from now. I could have 20 side chicks, 20 baby moms, and you still sit there and pray by manifest that God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, the spiritual answers are magic. And one day will wake me up, and I love you like you love me. How's that working out for you? And for one of you, I'm praying for you. You can leave. The door's right there. If I was you, I would leave you. But if not, then stay here. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe a year from now.
My toxic relationship is with the medical community, and that is legit so stressful.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry I went through that.
And I mitigate it. And one of the ways I've been able to mitigate just how, like, the profound injuries I've got from the medical
Yeah.
field is I'm really upfront about it with doctors. I'm not naming names and tearing down people, but I am talking about the issues with I'm talking, and I will never shut up about it.
Yeah, no,
it doesn't just impact me; it's impacting everybody. Everybody's going to get to that point, and whether they deal with it medically or they forego medical for, because it sucks because they're a bunch of bullies right now, and will hurt you more than they will help you. I'm just really straightforward about that.
Right.
Without tearing down other people, without saying Nurse Betty was, or I will never shut up about that.
Oh yeah, no. That's your own. Everybody has their own beliefs. Whatever you're passionate about, don't stop. Like remember, just to phone you, nobody else to comprehend you. There's the part where it comes to your own energy, like control, protect the best as possible. What? As a being, if you know what you're talking about, what are you doing? A, communication. B, comprehension. As one being. To phone you, nobody else to comprehend you.
My brain's moving really slow right now, so thank you for listening to me talk slowly.
Yeah, no, you're totally good. You're totally good. Once again, like, I just pay it forward because sometimes people are passionate about things, especially my situation when it comes to relationships. People are like, you didn't see them get destroyed. Like, you see that, and you observe it because you was that. Just guy for warn them. Just remind them, I'm here, always here for you. It's not about being right. If you go through it, you want someone to talk to. My motto, I'm always your pocket 24/7, 365. Have your honest conversation. I just don't want you to suffer too long like I did. If you do, I'm still for you. I will not let you drown. I will not give up on you at all. That's what I do. I just pay it forward and that's it. I go my day of my life. I look at all these people and someone healthy relationship, someone toxic relationship. Like I used to be. That's always myself. All this shit, I won't ever go through that. That's why I know those eyes, I know the fears, I know the tears. I was you. What?
Hello?
What's the number one? What's going on?
Hello?
How you doing?
Good.
How was your weekend? I'm doing good, thank you. How was your weekend? How's life? How's everything? How your parents doing? Awesome. But one of my homegirls, my people sent me a slip on WhatsApp, and this is like I'll verbalize it why it's because she's 24, 25, I believe. I've been knowing her through TikTok for like 3 years now, I believe, and she's doing good. Once again, I tell the time all the young cats I talk to, like my one-on-ones behind the screen, face to face, say give yourself props. You might not feel like you're doing good, but I'm letting you know you've done the copy. Yes, you are doing good. First and foremost, you're talking to nobody. I don't know you. Here's the best part. Why this conversation we having? Why is your parents talking to you about this? Because they're doing this conversation. So on a journey. That's the shit. It's okay. So we'll talk and figure it out. So BC when she was bumping head with the mom, she was like, she was mentioning and cussing around. We were verbalizing to me why. I go, Queen, how was you? You have the right to feel like that. Remember this. They have money, power, and fame. Cool. They're on a journey. You can preach higher source, but you're cussing at your kid. I go, respectfully, is that would Jesus cuss you out? Would the spiritual people cuss you out? That very much so. Why do they cuss you out? Because they're on a journey. They can verbalize positivity. Actions speak louder than the words. I go, I used to be like them. I used to be my kid, what you're doing to. I used to be like my kid, but my kids are young. I don't tell them no more. If I do it, I tell the truth because they don't comprehend what I'm saying yet. But I'm always be honest about it. I tell them all the time, use your words. Words are deeper than a knife, but bullying is wrong no matter what. To her, to remind you and everybody, anyone that's older that bullies you is not a good person. I don't give a shit what they claim to be, higher to religion. Like, no, because Jesus, God, Allah, Buddha, the universe, the spiritual, your ancestors will not bully you at all. But the truth, yes. But that's not even bullying, because that's the truth. Y'all tell me on the platform with the face. If you don't hear the truth, especially your boys, keep scrolling. Why are you even talking to me? You're not ready to do accountability? Yeah, you fucked. One week you say, yeah, I did fuck up. Yes, I did cheat. Now figure out why you cheated. Why were you verbally abusive, physically abusive? I don't know. I promise you 1,000, you do know the answer. You just don't know it yet. You want to talk about it? You want to become vulnerable? Here's the best part. I'm a nobody to you. What's the best thing to talk to people that are nobodies to you? I don't know your past. You don't know my past. All we talk about is the present, today, the now. If you want to talk about your past and vice versa, we can. But nobody has to. That is your free one choice. That is my free one choice. That's why I love talking to nobodies. Somebody's, that's the part where they bring you past the present, and that's when you be like, oh, that's why I don't open my mouth. Yes, because remember, but you're traumatized, they're traumatized. Everyone's traumatized initially. Everyone's stuck on what? The generational cycle. Karma initially. Everyone's stuck on that shit. Everyone's broken. We're all traumatized. PTSD. Whatever term you want to use. Tell them about it for a reason. But when you start the healing journey, you're going to figure out why they're traumatized. Why you're so traumatized. Why won't you let it go? I can't do this for you. I have 8 kids. I can't do this for my kids. I would love to. The downfall is, once again, if anybody could have this gift, quote unquote, to take this pain from you, I promise you $1,000, $1 billion I don't have, you will do it again. Because yes, you do communication. Yes, that's your pain. Yes, you're going to break up divorces. But since you did not do comprehension, and I took all the pain from you, I did the healing journey for you, you get another toxic relationship, and you get married once again, go through another fucking breakup. You know, this is my 4th husband, my 4th wife. Like, I respect, I say this, anyone that tells me that, like, physically by the screen, I make a comment like, 4 fucking husbands and wives, and you still don't know what love is? Damn, how's that shit working out for you? And y'all love God? Okay. How many bodies are you going through in this lifetime to figure out what love is? Respectfully and shit. This is my 100th boyfriend, 100th girlfriend. I'm 25 years old. Fuck. And I love God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, the spiritual, my ancestors. Hey, bruh, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you because I was you. Bruh. Fuck all that bullshit. But anyways, let me read what she sent me. She says, well, she sent me this post. It's not her words. It's from a post. It says, the child's first enemy is an unhealed parent. Your child is shaped more by your emotional state than yours. If you're constantly anxious, angry, or numb, they feel it. Before a child understands language, they understand energy. This is not parenting, this is programming. A study by the Harvard Center on the Developing Child shows toxic stress in early childhood disrupts healthy brain architecture. It damages memory, emotional balance, and learning capacity.
The architecture and the memory thing is legit.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I got my PTSD triggered pretty bad the other day, so like everything came up. I was feeling everything really intensely, and I still am. That's why I'm all up in the night. And the memory thing is a huge issue, especially now that I'm 40. Like, that's how bad my memory is at this moment, where all that's going through my system, and PTSD, you know, incidents from
childhood
30 years ago, or
right. Oh yeah.
Whether I want to or not.
Oh yeah, facts. Oh yeah.
And we need to protect our children. Like,
best as possible.
That's one of the best ways we can protect our children is that architecture with their brains developing, and
correct.
Protect it from the traumas and
best as possible.
Yeah, as best as possible. I mean, obviously, like, we can't control other people. We can't control the environment.
Correct.
But yeah, if we can't, like, the things we do have control over, if we're doing things like screaming at our children and giving them that trauma, and
yeah. Well, that's the shit. That's why, like, my situation, I'm better at it now. But like, when I get by today, I tell them, I just tell the truth. You know, I tell you, here's your future. And my oldest, I was telling them, shit out. You're 13, 16 around the block. Instead of Washington, they can try you as an adult at 16. Be a sophomore, junior, and get in a physical fight. Go to jail, prisons. You're big and strong. You can't go. You're just once again, yes, bullying no matter what's wrong. And you're a 13 bigger than the 5-year-old. And he doesn't. Here's the best part. He will not know this conversation at all. What? He will not ever know. I could tell you from like 6 years old and on, certain things that happened to me, certain conversations. I remember everything when I was a child, every which way. So, remember that shit. So that's why I'm forewarning you. And the day that your mom, brother tell me, guess what? He's whatever, you're 17 years old, you're locked up. I'll be, oh, that angel? No way. I didn't know he was in that. He read the Bible. Yeah, he just, once again, it's triggers. No one has to say shit. That's on your face, your energies, and you're pissed off. You're triggered every which way. That's why you're tearing up. Yeah, I was you. So if you want, you can cuss me out. I don't give a shit about words. Nobody can hurt me with words at all. My father, my first baby, want to destroy the fuck out of my words. I don't give a shit about words. You do. That's what I'm telling you the truth about you. I'm not here to bully you. I'm just forewarning you. But once again, you do whatever you want to do with this conversation. And that's what I tell all my kids. Look at your motherfucking... Nobody from Washington State, your family, my family, your ex, your stepmom/mom's family, down to Mexico, back to Spain, none of them. Fucking zero. Cannot teach you anything. These tattoos, they don't even talk about them at all. They'll say, born as a Catholic, go to church, pray in God's hands. If people are mean to you, pray for their suffering. Be a good person, show respect. That's all they can teach you. Go read the Bible. Leave in God. That's all you got from me? Yo, it's not going to work in your favor. For one person, that's good for you. One person, welcome back, Lupa. That's for one person, yeah, but not, once again, no one's respect your boundaries. And that's just for everybody out there to warn you. That's why I do what this is live for you guys. Tell stories, I pay for it, I read these clips. If it bothers you, I did my job. So now what are you going to do about it? Respectful, you know? But I'll finish the rest of it. It says, the brain adapted to thrive what felt unsafe. What was the number one? Say it again? Okay. A child doesn't say, Dad is emotionally unavailable. They say, something's wrong with me. The brain wires around your chaos. This builds shame, not self-worth. This is not about blame, it's about responsibility. You were wounded too, but if you don't stop the cycle, who will? Healing starts when you stop numbing, avoiding projecting. This is spiritual work, and it's biological protection. Your child doesn't need a perfect parent, just a present one. Feel your pain so they don't have to carry it. Face your story so theirs can be different. Say this if you're doing the work. Share if you're breaking the cycle. And that's what I do. And once again, no one wants to comprehend me. Like my ex saying all this stuff, like because she thinks, I have to tell you, in your eyes, you believe I'm the devil because what I did to you. That's the origin. So here's the best part. Why am I talking to you? I don't have to talk to you at all. Here's the best part. As a woman, quote unquote, and you believe in God, quote unquote, Jehovah, right? All my tattoos, you talk to me about this to call you out because you women are more empathetic. You know more about this conversation, the healing journey, so why can't you talk about anything? Because you don't know this conversation. You don't know any of the tattoos, what they mean. You look at them, love it, hate it, you see me every weekend. That's communication, A for effort. You don't comprehend any, and all the answers to life are on my body. Straight to the point, no years of conversations, no years of therapy counseling, years of fucking debates at all. And that's what I tell everybody out there. If you believe God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, the spiritual universe, your ancestors can do it for you, how's that working out for you? Respect, how's that working out for you? Higher source is not going through what anyone's going through at all. I did, but I stopped becoming all the universes, all the fucking realms at 39, my tattoo. All this shit I talk about, these clips that I play, these scenarios, I won't ever, capital fucking E, ever go. I don't need people at all. Zero. All this shit, no one needs nobody at all. Kids need their parents for now, but when the kid gets old enough to graduate into the household, they don't talk to nobody at all, you know? So that's why I just pay for it and that's it. That's all I do, tell stories, nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah, storytelling is the best way to get to know somebody.
Especially
I wish more men did share their stories, and they don't. A lot of them are pretty reserved, and
this is the way we're raised. Yeah. I wasn't like this till like 5 years ago, but and I said respectfully, like Washington State cut it in half. Eastern Washington, zero, nobody. There's only 2 queens I speak to. One locally, one Spokane. I call them queens. I call them women. Everybody else, I call them beautiful boys and girls. They go to church, toxic relationships. Toxic. They can't. They believe that God will change their ways. That they're changing, especially you queens. That my man will be better for them. Say that, dude. How's it working out for you? And everyone's future in front of your face. I'm not. That's not even my gift. If I want to say the gifts for queens, I'm a fortune teller. You want to see? Want to tell you future? You know, toxic relationship. How old are you? Let's say you keep it simple. You're both 20 years old. Look on both sides of your family. Look at your parents, aunties, uncles, older cousins, and grandparents. They all go to church, love God, right? But look at your mother, auntie, grandmother, and your father, uncles, grandmother, still fuck boys. Emotionally cheating, verbally abusive, physically abusive. Your future in front of your face. Your parents' age gap, keep it simple, 20 years. Aunties, uncles, 25 years. Your grandparents, 50 years from now. That's your future. I just told you your future. I'm a fortune teller. To get you all this spiritual queen and you're, happy. What? 50 years from now, you'll be like your grandmother. How and shit, miserable as fuck. And getting your ass kicked by your husband that you love. And you've been praying, planning, manifesting for 50 years of your life that your husband changes fucking ways. How's that working out for everybody? Respectfully, if God can do it for you, you're special. Why isn't that the rest of your family? Make that shit make sense. And that's why it triggers people. That means, I say that God can't do it for nobody. Everybody has free will and choice. I preach, the fucking door is right there. I can come and you're like, hey queen, guess what? God came in my dream to get you happy and wet because you're spiritual, because you're religious, and told me to come knock on your door, open the door, and give me your hand. What? You ready to leave? What? Jesus told me to come in your life to save you from this toxic relationship. You ready to leave? God told you that? Yeah, God came. Remember, I'm just doing a fib, but I know you're religious and get your attention. Are you ready to leave?
There's all this public awareness about when you're, it taking people 7 times to leave. What I wish there was more awareness about is it doesn't have to be 7. You can also do it on 1.
All right, it's statistics.
One time.
It's statistics,
that happens too.
It's because
we keep drilling into people's head that when you're in this toxic relationship,
7
it's
chances.
Take 7 times.
Right, 7 chances.
It took me once with
which is good, queen.
my daughter's father.
That's beautiful because you're strong. A lot of us, we make it sound easy as fuck. That's why trombones suck. That's why anyone breaks up like 1 time, 20 times, 20,000 chances they cheat up 20 billion times, and you always take them back. That's called a trombone. See, the simple as that.
Yes.
Only you
yes,
as
one
being.
To say I'm stronger than anybody else or
right.
better or anything like that.
Nah,
But
it's just telling your story.
Yeah, I did leave after once. It took 1 time, and I
beautiful.
wish there was more awareness about that because it is such a hard thing to process, and it's hard to process the after feelings and to keep moving forward, or and we don't. I wish there were more information about that.
Powering on.
Right, but it's alright.
You can Google things and you can read volumes about
Connected.
7 times, but
right, not 1. That's what my last once again, people ask me like, one day ask me once in a while, when was when I tell I'm single, right? Are you married? Nah, I've never been married. You got a partner? Like, nah, I'm single. How long have you been single for? 2.5 years. Oh, really? Why did the relationship fail? Oh, it was just the love language failed. And I go, it was a beautiful breakup. And they'd be like, what, beautiful? Why? I've heard good breakups, healthy breakups. What was beautiful about it? I saw all the red flags. What? Before she even told me, it was already happening. What do you mean? Less texting, less calling. We're doing an LDR long relationship on Washington Station in California. She's not joining live sessions, nothing. She's not. It's happening. The energy's shifting. So I'm just waiting for the phone call or text, whatever it was, right? Which you heard, she sent me an audio message. And I told her, hey, cool, baby, it's cool. Remember, I told you day 1, because we were together 2.5 years, I believe. And we saw each other face to face maybe 5 times, right? She flew out this way because I couldn't fly that way because I had my kiddos and all. It was a lot going on. But I go, no, it was a beautiful breakup. We talk here and there. She got her partner, everything. She's happy. I'm good. I tell you, she's a beautiful individual. I was blessed. Now, because of her, I got a taste of love. Got to my standards are hella high. I don't deal with toxicity at all. I won't deal with toxicity at all. If I tell you, queen, I love you, I love myself more, I'll get up and walk away. I don't have to talk to you, but I will talk to an adult. And that's what we talk and figure it out. If it doesn't work out, I gotta go. What? Just because of that? Babe, I promise you 1,000, I break up with you. You as they be, when the breakup happens, what are you choosing? What are you doing? I promise you 1,000, my tattoo. You go on social media, my cell phone tattoo. Make a post that I broke up with you. I promise you 1,000. In your comments, in your DMs, you'll have a straight gay trans after you. They believe that they're the savior for you. Now, what are you choosing? What are you doing? Fall back, start the healing journey, figure out why this shit happened, why it failed, or do the bottom happen phase, or jump into a relationship right away. Just to let you know, if you choose option 2 or 3, to let you know you're inside you're broken, like you're lost. You're broken, codependent, scared to be on abandonment issues. I know initially it is scary. I promise you it is. Because you actually need people. That's why we get homesick. And then when we try the healing journey, it gets scary because everybody else has a body to go to at night. Even if it's toxic relationship or health relationship, you have nobody, literally nobody by your side at night. That's why the healing journey is very, very painful initially. The victim mentality. Because why? They fucked you over, yes. And you see everybody you talk to, you have all your support team who you're talking to, but everybody has a body to go to. You don't. All alone, face tattoos, your 4 walls. And that's when you start missing your ex, or especially when kids involved, we'll be a family again. I thought there's so many queens that are going through that shit. I know, and it sucks. In our heads.
And I remember remember telling my, because that's a lot of the feedback you get when you're going through it is, you know, like your child deserves a
Right,
family.
your parent, family, yeah.
And I was having to process it myself with not a lot of information available to, you know, help me see my way through it.
Right.
But realizing, no, I don't owe my child this. I don't owe him this. I don't owe my child this. I don't. I mean, the masses are saying I do, and to think about that, but I don't. Like, people...
Okay, the masses, right? And I think that's
Yeah.
my queen. So here's the kicker. I get the concept. They'll say, you know, a two-parent household is better than one. Yes, comma, what I say, yes, that's factual. If it's a two-sided relationship, communication, comprehension, as best as possible. If it's one-sided, no, fuck that. That's just toxic. Typically, queens are more empathetic. What do y'all do? Communication, comprehension. Are you queens that say, he's not, I was him. Yes, he is listening, observing, watching. He does not comprehend you with the shit. That's why you're talking to the same person, right? Your partner, quote unquote, and you're talking to a fucking wall. Exact same subject, word for fucking word. So, no. That's why it's not her, but that's why they got the option. What the terms, mother and father, A and fucking B. Anybody, I could have 1,000 girlfriends, and be a father to 1,000 kids. Yeah, the fucking title. Now am I being a parent, a partner, doing parenting? If the shit falls apart, it's too toxic. Am I doing co-parenting, which initially you said and done, or the bitter baby dad, baby mom drama, cards, pillar parenting, or fuck everybody, Debbie mother, Debbie father. There's all these other categories, right? So. Don't fall for all this stigma, statistical bullshit. I say respect, that's mammy bullshit. Oh, look at your toxic family. Look at what your toxic family did. Your parents, auntie, grandparents, together to this day, miserable as fuck, and they believe in higher source. Behind closed doors, toxic as fuck. Do you think God, higher source, would deal with toxicity? He would have left a long time ago. Like, yo, I love you, but I love myself more. Yeah, but allow him to do what? You being mean. I know the truth hurts. But you're walking away. Yes, I am. Kids, co-parenting. But if you want to push me away, crucify me, you're not a good person. Don't ever say... I call you the fuck out. Don't ever mention the higher source if you crucifying the kids because you're in your feelings. I'm sorry they hurt you every which way, but here's the kicker. Only time when courts get involved, understandable. That's mammy bullshit. But here's the kicker. When the family falls apart, everyone's traumatized. Typically, us males are not doing the healing journey. So what the fuck do we do? Body hop in the whole phase. And then our ex-baby moms can't have no partners at all, but we can. Machismo, knowledge, and double standards.
I gotta go to family court in the morning. It's funny you're talking about that, bro.
Prayers.
I went the other day, and I handled my shit. I filed the motion. I got a court date in November, but they had this form you could fill out so you could get it sooner.
Yeah.
And in order to do that, you have to fill out that form, and you gotta serve the person. Somebody else has to serve her. You know how that goes.
Right.
You gotta get someone to serve her.
Correct.
I went to try to do it today, bro. There's two different addresses. The address on file is her mom's house.
Yeah.
And she also has an apartment she stays at.
Okay.
I went to her mom's house. No one was there. I had the lady that was gonna help me serve her. She went. No one was there. The cars weren't there, so clearly no one was home.
Right.
And so I went to her apartment, bro. And I go to her apartment, and I park right in front of her apartment, and the lady goes in there, and not in there, but to the door.
Yeah.
And she has a Ring camera. She didn't have a Ring camera before, but now she does. And I guess my friend, I'm gonna call her my friend. She told me, I guess she doesn't know who it was, but some girl said, "Oh, she doesn't live here." She asked for my ex,
Right.
She lives there, but she said, she doesn't live here. I don't know who that is. And bro, I get off the car. Like, she came back to the car. I get off my car when she said that, because they live on the bottom floor and they have a balcony. I guess it's still considered a balcony, the little outside thing.
Yeah.
And I checked to see if my kid's stuff is there. All my kid's shit was still there, bro. The bicycle that I bought him a long time ago, like my daughter's like little tricycle, like all kinds of shit. I'm like, bro, she was lying, I'm pretty sure it was her talking, and she told the lady.
Playing dumb, yeah. Right.
So then we went back to her mom's house, and her mom was home this time, and nobody answers the door, bro. So so now I gotta go back tomorrow to court to see how do I fucking, how do I, for them to help me, guide me through this shit, bro, because The next step, I guess, I had to get the okay from the court to mail this
Right.
paperwork to her. And this is my
Correct.
last day. You got to do it
And
within
when I
3
was-
days. Tomorrow's the third day, so I got to do it tomorrow. So I'm going to go in the morning and see what's up with that and shit. But it's just funny, bro. You know, I actually read, though, that them doing that is only going to make them look bad. Like, she's
Right.
going to make herself look bad, I guess.
Oh yeah.
And the lady was gonna record it when she was at the door. She wasn't recording it though. But
Okay.
if she would have recorded it, bro, that would have showed like, hey, she clearly lied and said she wasn't home, you know?
Right.
And it was her. She said that not that she wasn't home. She said she don't live there, bro. She straight up lied, bro. And I wish she would have recorded it. And it's funny because I was gonna tell her too. Hey, after that we start recording everything.
Yeah.
But I was gonna tell her before that. Have the camera just recording, but don't necessarily point it at nothing. Just have it recording.
Right.
And I wish I would have done it because I feel like I guess no matter what, it makes them look bad. But if you would have the proof that she lied,
Oh
I
yeah.
feel like eventually with the judge, that probably would have helped, right? Because the judge
No,
would
well,
have been
yeah,
like,
it's
okay,
all
I can't really
documented.
believe-
Right, it's all
Yeah, I
documented.
can't really believe this girl. You know, I can't
Yeah,
really believe
it's
you take her word.
right. That's what they
Do you
say.
have
Like,
an
So that's
attorney,
what's
or are
happening
you,
right now. We'll have to go in the
doing
morning
this
and see what's
yourself?
up with all that and see what's the next step, man.
hermano, tomorrow on TikTok's asking you a question real fast.
Do you have an attorney, or are you doing this yourself?
Nah, I'm self-represented. I'm representing myself.
I did that. I
I'm
did
just
that too with
getting help from the
my
police.
child custody stuff, and so I've been doing it about 15 years now, very successfully, and I think you're doing it the right way. What's really stressful for me about having done that is I practically lived at the family law center self-help center at the court.
Yeah.
And so
that's
when
where
I'd
I
have
go.
these same exact problems that you're having, where how do I get this served to them if they're trying to evade it?
Yes.
Then I'd have to
Okay.
go to the court, and I'd have to go to the self-help center and spend half the day there getting the information. But they were very helpful. In that they tell you how to proceed. They do give you that guidance, but you have to put forth the effort, which isn't always easy, to go spend half a day at the court and keep your emotions in check. And
I just spent the whole day the
trying
other day
to
there.
meet you.
But yeah, it's exactly what it is. That's what it felt like. It's just your effort. That's really what you got to put in, the time. Just be willing to show them that you're willing to just like be patient and be there, you know. And I actually was relieved. I was like, man, this is really all it takes. You really just gotta care and show
effort.
these people that you care, and
Right.
they're gonna help you through it all. Like, they just want you to give them their time, your
Right.
time and your effort, your energy, and all that. Like,
Correct.
and I realized that this whole
Yes.
time I was insecure, thinking I needed an attorney. Obviously, it probably helped, but in reality, all it really is you investing your energy into it and showing these courts that you care enough to
Yes.
invest your time.
Right.
And
Yes,
yeah, the
and my
patience, because
ex
like, dude, it's
hired
kind of weird.
attorneys,
You're around
right?
all these people that, I mean, at least in my opinion, they remind me of my baby mom. A lot of these girls I see, I'm like, I don't even want to be near them because I don't want to judge no one, you know?
Well, yeah,
Everybody
there's
has a
that.
different story, but that's the type of shit that goes through your head. Like, man, this fucking, it sucks that you start to judge everyone. I start to see everyone like comparing them to my baby's mom, you know? I'm like, damn, she's probably just like her. Get away from me, you know? And like, I just start feeling everyone's energy. You don't know who's who. You don't know who's the child, who's the parental alienator, or who's the one that's really being, like me, kind of like
Fine.
alienated.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Yeah,
No,
it's
it,
a lot of emotions
My
in there and shit.
my
Like a
ex
bunch of.
hired attorneys, and then his
bunch of stuff going
attorneys
on.
did all his bidding for him. He didn't go through the stress of
Right.
doing the legwork and the mental calculus to get the stuff in order, the paperwork in order, and it did not pay off for him. It paid off for me, and the judge commended me for taking all those steps, and
Yeah, it's like the proof is in the pudding. You doing the
yes,
work
and
shows
it's every
them, like,
time.
hey,
There's been about 10 different hearings for different matters because he got really vindictive and started using courts as a weapon,
Oh,
and
yeah.
he can afford attorneys, and
By your
you
way
know,
out.
and so these tourneys would come and bully me. But I mean, I am batting 10 for 10 in district court because I
Hell
did the
yeah.
work. And the first time it was so stressful and it was so hard. But now I've done it 10 times and
Used to it.
I don't panic anymore. I
Yeah.
had a lot of panic attacks the first time, and I don't now.
Right. Oh yeah. No,
I
it's
don't. If he
courts are
hires a
fun, man.
$50,000 attorney,
Yeah.
I don't sweat it anymore.
Yeah. It's when it comes to courts, right? And if 7 kids are involved, which way, just like those are there for the kids. Nah, the majority of people there are narcissistic and they're there for the dollar. Think about it. One person, you know, a family falling apart, right? A divorce or they're breaking, kids are involved. They're, you know, if they get invested, lawyer up, both sides, everyone's getting paid. You know, and everyone's gonna get traumatized and triggers. And boy, it's a lot of shit going on, man. It's not easy at all. But the reason being,
I thought
because
I was at a real disadvantage
Hey, bro.
for having an attorney.
It's great. My bad. It's crazy because when I was filling out the paperwork, you know, I just care about seeing my kids. Like, I don't
Yeah.
really care about changing the child support or the
yeah,
amount of child support I pay. But it's crazy because if you do care about that, there's so much shit you gotta fill out that has a lot to do with all just
The money
money.
is the-
you
right, oh,
know?
yeah.
And I'm like, damn, these people like are really focused on the money part. Most of, like, I don't know, like I'm not. For people, I guess that are married or they probably do have a lot of money involved, they probably do care a lot about that, you know. But me,
Right.
I just care about seeing the kids, so
oh yeah,
it's like to me. But it made me realize, yeah, a big chunk of this shit is all about just money. Like it's
Right.
crazy. So much paperwork I was filling out was just asking me about like the
the
first couple
assets,
pages were
all
about
that.
my kid.
right. Oh yeah,
All the rest were all money.
Dollar.
They
Oh,
confused
yeah.
me a little
Every
bit. That's
penny.
the only part that discouraged me. I'm like, man, I don't know all this shit. Like,
Yeah.
like it asks you about your credit card.
Oh, yeah.
and this and
Every-
that, like blah blah blah.
yeah.
I'm
Every
like,
dollar.
What the fuck does this have to do with my kids? You know, I'm like, what the hell? This is bullshit. Like, it's just about money. But then I
Yeah.
talk to the people at self help, and they're like, that's really more for people who like are trying to change their freaking child support.
Right,
like
right,
how much they pay, this and that. It's like, but if you're just trying to see your kids and that's the main thing you care about, you don't really gotta perfect it. Like they say,
Right.
you can always fix it later on.
Correct,
whatever you
correct.
did
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah.
They called it amended or something like
Right.
that. Amends or amended. I don't know.
Yeah,
bro.
for sure, for sure.
But
Keep it simple with the kids as
But
possible,
yeah.
and then if the dollar's involved and that bothers you down the road, first take care of the kids. Now I got my time cool. Now we got that, you know, balance that as possible.
yeah, getting first things first. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because definitely money does matter, though. Eventually, it is gonna
If it
matter.
gets to
That's
you,
when,
yes.
Like I get.
Right,
Yeah,
right, right.
eventually, once you get the importance, I
Yeah,
would
your
say
kids.
seeing your kids is the important part. But
Yeah.
yeah, eventually, once you see your kids, you're gonna definitely want to focus on the money part too. So I can see why
Right.
it's like that. But
Yes.
It's
Right now,
it's
my
definitely a
opinion-
lot. That's the shit. Like I got 2 baby moms, right? 8 kids. Only 2 baby moms, right? The first one is Steffi.
oh shit,
Nothing against her. My tattoo here, Debbie Mother, her free one choice. She lost rights, you know, because once again, talking about the life. Both of them get her hoods, but I'm not in it. She's in it. She's about the life. So she got a bad altercation, fell and everything. Why she lost the rights to our daughters every which way. I didn't have to fight for them, which I knew. I tell people, if you know your partner's too narcissistic, especially about the life, you don't gotta fight for them. Eventually, they're gonna fuck up because they get triggered by words, and they gotta put themselves to the streets. It's a squad.
hey bro,
So
I'm not bad for interrupting. It's crazy though, because I just want to explain this feeling that I got when I was doing all this, bro. Like.
yeah,
When we tried to serve them, I couldn't help but to feel just like this spiritual, like obviously a spiritual warfare, but
yeah,
I felt like they were in fear, bro. Like my baby mom and her family, like I couldn't help but feel like they're kind of cowardly, you know. Them even doing that whole evading thing and not just accepting the paperwork is like, bro, what are you hiding? You know, you can feel it, bro. It's
yeah.
like it's almost like they hoped that I never fucking went through with
Right.
doing this, with going to court and doing all this. And now that they see I'm actually, bro, like
Trying.
I said, bro, I'm 20 days clean of weed right now, bro. So I honestly could contribute I could like thank that for what I'm doing right now.
yeah.
But I feel like they're hoping that I just stay
Back
stuck,
down.
bro. Like just
Yeah.
be a stoner, don't do shit.
Right,
And
the
now
older
that I'm
stuff.
doing it, I'm
Yeah.
like, bro, it's like when you roll up on your enemies and they get spooked. That's how it
Yes,
felt, man.
so
And I fucking felt good, bro.
Oh yeah. Well, it's just
I
now
felt
you're trying to
good,
change in a positive manner. They don't like that because they see you're evolving and you're trying, especially when kids are involved. And that the shit, it should have to get to this point, but that's why those terms you got. Your mother,
Hey,
father.
bro, sometimes
Mhm.
I get these thoughts, bro. Like I don't mean to say it. I don't want to bring it into existence or nothing, but sometimes I'm like, man, I feel like they didn't expect me so much to get my shit together and start doing these type of things that I feel sometimes like, man, what if they try to like, what if like they saw it? Obviously, dude, I haven't seen my kids in like a year and a month. Sometimes I'm like, what if like I started to get my shit together? I feel like these type of people are the type of people that try to take me out or something, bro.
Well,
like, I'm not trying to sound crazy,
right?
but
No.
sometimes I make thoughts like
Well,
that,
you know
bro.
them.
Like, I'm like,
If you know this behind the screen, you know your exes. You know that's his family. Like, if they've done that or you heard that, they could potentially do that.
I'm just saying that's probably a little exaggerated, but
Nah,
it's just,
everybody else, we all have those
sometimes I
thoughts.
think that- yeah,
Remember
sometimes I
this,
think that I'm like, bro, imagine that's how bad they want to keep my kids from me. That
Right.
even if they see me doing right, like they're gonna be like, nah, hell no, we can't take it.
We'll get you in
No, that's
trouble
not
or they
gonna
off your dome. If you get locked up, you can't do shit behind closed bars. But you wait more for your kids, right?
That's
And if you're not
another
here,
way to get trapped.
if you're not physically here no more, then guess what? The dead man can't speak, can they? That's our thoughts, and it sucks to get to that point. But with all this, it shouldn't have to get to this point. But we're all raising correctly. Everyone's raising correctly. How can anyone say claim higher source, right? God, Allah, Buddha, right? But you have this fucking baby mom, baby father warfare shit going on, and then courts and family versus family, all this bloodbath bullshit over kiddos, over one. Keep it simple, one kid. All this drama and bullshit, and everyone claims higher source, quote unquote. I'm good people. Like, really? Are you sure about that?
That shit sucks, bro. That shit sucks because it really feels like they're playing with my kids. They're
No,
like,
they are.
really-
If King, hermano,
Bro,
you haven't seen your kid for a year. Your kids for a year and a month. Obviously, they're fucking with you. But remember, they can't call them some good people. They could say God would no. You can't say I'll call you the fuck out. You can't say God because God would not be fighting for my kids. We don't have to get along to the fullest. But yo, remember this. I could be a parent, do better parenting. You don't have to get along. That's why we have courts of a situation. But I could be a good father to them, a better father now, because both of us are traumatized. Why aren't we together? Answer me that question. If I'm a bad father, why aren't we together? Why did it fall apart? You know? So once again, that's why I call you the fuck out. I don't give a shit about these corny ass mammy bullshit like categories. Like no. I'll call you the fuck out. Don't ever claim higher source. Don't ever claim higher source. Who the fuck are you judging me? Face tattoo, 1% woke. We're the referee judges of all universes. That's who the fuck I am. I just judged you. You're not a good person. You're hurting your kids more than you're hurting yourself. You know that, right? And the day that your kid graduates and 18 years old legally, they can move out the house today. Fuck you, mom and dad. I'm moving my mother, father. That is their free one choice. They didn't cut you off. You're to get rejected. What are you gonna do? Hit your kid because they rejected you? That's their free one choice. Everyone's got the same fucking gift every day above ground. That's why as a being, I do the live session for you guys. I don't care about these man-made rules. I don't care about anything respectfully that's man-made. Therapists, counselors, lawyers, I don't give a shit. Like I told Judge on my DV case, no, yo, Judge, these 4 walls, you're God. In the streets, my home, I'm God. My life. You won't ever see me here again. I'm not gonna be a statistic. I know you're used to statistics here. I'm not them. I did a big mistake by holding my baby moms down. Then my girlfriend, because she was too drunk to fucking walk, and she wanted to walk literally on the block. She got hit by a car, beat up, raped, everything, right? But since I detained her, I'm getting crucified. Trust me, in America, this ain't fucking Mexico. Boys in blue, I won't ever do that again. I won't ever babysit an adult. Go fuck up. Go get raped and shot up, but I'm not stopping you. Respect, you're not my kid. I chase my kids in general. I chase any kid in the universe. I will not ever chase an adult. We all know right from wrong, respectfully. I got crucified every which way. First time and last time. This is my life. I don't deal with toxicity at all. That's why there's live sessions and pay it forward. It sucks that all of us get destroyed. And thank you. What's up, Val? Thank you, Val. And I say respectfully. We got destroyed because raised incorrectly. Especially when it comes to your families. Like, if none of your families talked about this, then what do you think you're doing in life in general-wise? They can go to church all they want, but they don't know anything about real life, raw real feelings at all. And that's why I pay it forward. Kids in marriage, wait till you're 30, 40 years old. Both of you, make sure you're established. Don't wing life. Love will make the family stick together. Love will make.
You can co-parent. I mean, definitely co-parent. But if it's a toxic relationship,
Fuck. Parallel.
look up parallel
Yeah,
parenting.
parallel parenting.
That's the healthiest thing you can do for a kid, and it's something I discovered while going through the court process. And I've done that 15 years now, and
Beautiful.
I am so glad. I'm so glad it didn't take me 8 years, of trying to co-parent unsuccessfully with a partner
Exactly,
who was
Val.
counter-parenting.
So Genesis Hayden. Facts. No, yeah. You taught me that, and then my brother Tim. Matter of fact, he after 10 years of fighting for his son, he got 100% rights. Like last week, matter of fact.
Yo, I feel like fuck it, it's personal. I just feel like letting it out, bro. So I paint a picture so you can see
Yeah.
kind of how I trip
What you going
out
through.
on this, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I trip out on this, like pretty much like, look, when I first got with the mother of my kids, before we even had kids, she would talk shit about her mom, bro. She would say that her mom let her get molested by her stepfather for years, and that her mom never believed her, never took her side. Like, pretty much her mom was like this lady that was in love with her boyfriend and pretty much pushed her daughter to the side, like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, sure,
Yeah,
that
busted out.
happened, you know,
Right.
whatever. She pretty much always talked shit about her when she first was with me, bro, all the time. And then once we had kids, once we started to have kids, bro, it's almost like she yearned for a relationship with her mom. She wanted her mom to be a grandma, that she was willing to put all that aside, bro. She was willing to even forgive her stepfather and just, she wanted to erase everything like it never happened just so they could be a family. And I was like, I would always be like, yeah, I get that you want to do that, but you can't really forget what he did to you, and I don't want to have my kids around him, you know?
Right. Facts.
And at this time, she had moved from Cali to
Yeah, that's
Vegas.
enough.
We had issues at one point, so she moved to Vegas, and I was still in Cali, bro. And when she would be in Vegas, I would be like, yo, like, my kids better not be around your stepdad, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Like, obviously,
Facts.
I'm not gonna feel comfortable. She'd tell me, you don't live here, blah, 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 da, da, da. Bro, when I moved to Vegas, I took it upon myself to move to Vegas like a month or two later. And when I moved here, sometimes she'd send me to pick up my son when he was like 1 year old, 2 year old, bro, at her mom's house. Bro, the person who would hand me my son was her stepdad, bro. So I'd be like, clearly she was lying. She would say that he doesn't live there, that he's not there, like, blah, blah, blah. He doesn't touch the kids, he doesn't hang with them. Dude, this motherfucker was trying to be the grandpa. I literally had to speak up eventually because it bothered me so much. I called him. Even the mom told me, if you ever have a problem or you want to tell him something, come through and talk to him. She told me that.
Yeah.
And the day that I did do it, one day after work when I had to pick up my kids, not even, bro, I was just working and it was bothering me so much that I went to their house.
Yeah.
I went to their house and I asked for him. And he came out, and I told him straight up, I'm like, look, check it out, because my daughter was about to be born, bro. I was like, when my daughter is born, I don't want you near her, bro. I don't want you touching her. Don't think that you're the grandpa, because you're not. I do not trust you. I told him in his face, bro.
Right.
They got in their feelings, and after that, they somewhat cut off me and my ex, bro, at that time. And my ex, she rode for me, bro. She stood on my side for a long time, bro.
That's a positive.
Eventually, she just gave in, though. She wanted to have, like, be united with them and shit like that, bro. And so the point is, now, fast forward to now, bro, my kids live there. Like, they spend a lot of time there. I'm pretty sure that dude, that stepdad that molested my ex, still fucking lives there, dog. They're trying to, like, erase me. Like, bro, if I don't do nothing, they're literally trying to, like, raise my kids by themselves and treat me like I'm not even their dad.
Oh, yeah,
bro.
the devil.
Now she has a boyfriend. Yeah, now she has a boyfriend, and he's like the stepdad, I guess. I don't know what they're trying to do, dog.
That's a term. When it comes, when it comes to parents, you know, single parents.
I was always in their life, dog. Always. I've never been.
It's because that's your ex, man.
So I'm just trying to paint you that picture of like how fucking manipulating and evil people can be, that they're literally trying to do their own thing with my kids. They're trying to like do their own whole thing, you know?
Well,
like forcibly, bro.
Right. Well, it's because we Spanish say when it comes to court system, they always favor the women, the kids before the father. So we have to work for the situation. That's why when you do courts, and you might get lucky and do courts, and then it goes in your favor, and you know, if you have the proof in the pudding type of situation, you have to spend too much money. But typically, to fight for your kids as a male, you better have like 40 to 80K, 100K on the side waiting, and it could be a fucking 5, 10, 15 year process to finally you win. By then they graduated. It's not easy. Respectfully.
I don't even like to hear that, bro.
I know, but it's factual. Like that. Ask anybody out there. It sucks, man. That's why. 9 times out of time, the favor with the woman, like my first mom, I told her, yo, CPS or everything, about doing drugs. We'll get her help. I'm like, so let's say, I could prove this shit. Yeah, that's how you're gonna do is get her help. Even though my side can take care of every which way, I have family can help out, everything. They tell me, hey, I'm sorry to tell you this, but typically it's just not just that, it's more than that. Like, they're always in affair with the woman and the kid before you. But just state of Washington, I'm like, fuck, but my situation, my ex was about the streets life, so I knew that. I told her, yo, I'll give you a year. I told her face to face before I left her, I'll give you a year. What? I'm leaving. For 12 years of my life, our life, I was your fucking babysitter. I was your probation officer. Becoming your mother and father and shit. Don't say shit. Don't do that. That corny bullshit line, sorry sir, sorry miss. Especially in the suburbs, even though Latinas are crazy. That fucking corny ass line worked. Now I'm leaving. I'll give you a year. I don't have to fight for my kids. I know you will fuck up. I know you will. She started laughing, yeah, whatever. I'm like, yo, you bought that life. 9 months later, I got the phone call. Boom. Picked up my kids and everything. A month after that, I got paperwork from the court. All rights to me. I didn't have to fight. She fucked up every which way. And after that, I told her, H it out. After she got out, H it out. So, you try this co-parenting stuff. What's up? So, pay child support. She's like, I ain't paying shit. So when I was paying was off, and Danny wanted more money out of me. Now the table's turned. Now you ain't paying shit, and that's my tattoo. Nothing against her. She's on a journey. I'm going to tell her 3 weeks from now, a journey. All you blue pillars. 3D to 10 20, we're in the healing journey. We're trying to feel her feelings. So that's why she's just on a journey. Nothing against her. She's a Debbie mother. Nothing against her because she done this conversation. She does not have to speak to me at all. She speaks to our daughters. She could, but she hasn't been our daughter for almost 14 years. What, 14 years now? 15 years? 14 years now in their lives. That's her free one choice. But I call you the fuck out. If you're a mother, father, quote unquote, and you become a Debbie mother, Debbie father, don't ever say you're a good person. Don't even mention God. I'll tell you shit in your fucking face. Don't mention God. Because God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, your spiritual, your ancestors will not become a Debbie mother nor a Debbie father. So why are you a Debbie mother, Debbie father? Because that is your free one choice. You cannot blame the devil. That was your choice and free will. All my tattoos black and white, straight to the point. Fuck your excuses. SOS, stuck and stupid. 1 + 1 equals 2 wrong answers. Point the finger at everyone but yourself. When we fall back, start the healing journey, tattoo, do accountability. See,
The documentation is really important.
Wording,
because if you don't have that physical proof, don't even bring it up in court, even if it's a serious issue, because will make it seem like you're lying, like you're vindictive, like you're attacking them and not doing it for the right reason. And that was hard for me because I had so many issues that were serious issues, but I couldn't prove them.
Right.
But at the same time, the things I could prove, that's what I brought up in court. And my ex was doing the opposite. He was using his $50,000 attorneys to bully me, to attack me, to lie, but they couldn't prove a dang thing. And it didn't work out for him in court, and that's why. I mean, he thinks he should win because he invested money.
Right.
But I mean, it did show his true colors. He sat back and sent henchmen at me, basically, bullies. These attorneys just to bully me, to lie about me, and I was very classy in court, and I was doing the work, and
beautiful.
I got commended for that 10 times over now.
Beautiful.
We like to see somebody doing the work. We like to see things for the right reasons.
Correct. That's beautiful.
That's crazy, because that's what I thought when I was in court, bro. Like, that's literally what I thought. I'm like, dude, this is all just a fucking game. Like, even these lawyers, they could dress fancy. They could do whatever the fuck they want. But at the end of the day, they're a human being just like me, bro. Like, it's all about how you represent yourself, I guess. You don't necessarily got to be a lawyer.
Yes,
you just
it is.
got to,
It's all about how you represent yourself.
Facts. And that's I don't know if you ever heard this saying, right? Like, the clothes don't make you, you make the clothes. So you can dress like a lawyer, like good shit, but can you speak? Your energy. Do you know about lawyer shit, right? Hey, just stopping in to show my support, my friend. I think you're lucky. Hey, what's how you doing, Queen? How's kiddos? How's life? How's everything? And I must say, for everybody out there, that's why I go live. But for you guys, because we all have our own stories. The cool thing, remember this, behind the screen, we're physical being, we're AK cyber people, we don't know each other. But the cool thing is positive energy. We're paying it forward, telling stories. And then maybe we can help each other out. That's the cool thing about technology. That's my tattoo. Hashtag social media familia. Y'all more family than my own blood family. Respectfully, they don't know those conversations. You know, they're not ready for this because it's personal, and that's why I preach about like the healing journey. And my 8 kids. I tell you, man, kids in marriage. Wait till you're 30, 40 years old. Make sure you as one being established, and the potential established. Then maybe potentially you can try to do his families and get married and have these kids and this word love. If not, they become us and fucking wing life. And then you go through all this drama and bullshit, and you can be the most religious, spiritual, positive person in the universe, but get this in toxic relationships. Your narcissist traits come out, the devil comes out of you, and you fucking have these mental thoughts. You want to murder people, drop people, like fuck. Yeah, you can wipe people out. Then what? They're not physically here no more. Will you feel better about yourself and then claim higher source? Love kids, quote unquote. It's not easy. It's our triggers. The universe always tests us as beings, man. But I promise this, and I say respectfully, kids are blessed and also a lesson respectfully. Just worry about yourself as possible before you bring kids in the mix and all this. And young generation, especially in TikTok, 25 years younger, like that comment. We all say the same shit, but nobody has to be here. We all say the same. Like the young kids in TikTok. Fucking viral shit right now, because that's my FYP. I didn't ask to be. I mean, my comment. Yes, okay. You have two options: victim mentality. For how much longer will you play the role of victim? You can do suicidal thoughts. My neck tattoo. Off your fucking dome. But here's the kicker. Have you heard how you watched the movie called The Butterfly Effect? No, then watch it. It's an old school movie. Watch the movie. That's what happens to you. That will happen to you more likely if you do to that point. And from there, wise, they say this afterlife. Your spirit. Now you watch the butterfly effect of your selfish act. And people get triggered that it is selfish. I don't give a fuck what anyone. It is selfish. I'm a single father kid. I thought about it again the third time in my life 5 years ago. But I did in my head, future, energy, in a positive manner. If my father lost one kid, he loses a second kid, my father might not make it. Maybe off his dome, or I become a zombie and that's an addiction. I 8 kids. They say 3 of them become zombies. A fourth one fucking off their dome. And I'm seeing all my family and friends, you guys, fucking going through this shit. Sad, depressed, bitter, hateful. Because of myself, because one person, now all this bloodbath shit happens because one person, because I couldn't handle it. Yeah, the guilt trip, it sucks, man, right? But don't do it. That's why real support teams have someone to talk to and vent every which way. But remember,
and all the communications that went back and forth while I was doing court.
Yeah.
Yes, he would say. And I had limited it to just everything in writing. You can text me. We can't talk. We can't have
simple. Yeah.
in person. It's too toxic. It's abusive. I'm not doing this in front of our child.
Right.
He would send me the most foul, accusory things, just, baiting.
Right. Oh, yeah. Trying to trigger you. Trying to get you going. Yeah, that's his job.
Yes,
respectfully.
And it would, but I wouldn't respond to it. I mean, I would be triggered. And
to yourself.
I would be like...
Right. Yeah, that's okay.
My blood would be boiling sometimes, like how dare he, and
right.
But I wouldn't respond in kind. I did not match energy, and then it got really easy to not match energy.
Oh, yeah, you don't have to respond.
And every time he sent me one of those foul, nasty, hateful texts,
right.
It was almost like being given a gift, because then I print it out and take it to court. And so it got to the point where it was like, you're giving me an easy win.
Oh yeah. That's the part where like, when you can control and protect energy wise, like they're just words, like cool. Remember, they're bitter and hateful, and if coach are involved, screenshot, receipts. The intent is easier said than done. Not to buy your time as possible and save for courts, because you can respond back a bloodbath, and for both of you, that's receipts, right? But if you're the one that's more of a parent and doing parenting, and showing the courts is more in your favor, it doesn't matter if a $1 billion fucking lawyer or attorney. It doesn't matter, man. Because it proves actions speak on the words.
Right there.
It really is the healthiest thing for a child to have a parent who can control themselves. I mean, it all seems really gamey and everything, like you're just playing a big game.
Mm-hmm.
But a parent who can control themselves and resist, getting sucked into that, resist matching energy when it's so hateful and it's playing dirty. I mean, that really is the better parent.
Correct. But
for a child.
Initially, it's easier, and then that's why you have my terms, the better baby daddy, baby mama drama initially, because the feelings. Then it can go potentially to co-parenting. And yes, initially easier said and done. Because why? Because feelings are involved. Feelings, energy, and and then our what do I say? So remember this: easier said and done. If the for no universe, the longer you are with the individual, the more it's gonna hurt you. And when you bring kids involved, so scenario, let's say you're a couple 5 years, you have a kid 6 years in, but overall 10 years. So victim mentality, everyone can blame fuck my ex, right? Cool, right? But here's the kicker. When someone tell them back, it's gonna say, you and I cannot get nobody back. Well, God Almighty cannot get back to nobody. What is it? Love, time, feelings. When you comprehend that, why do you waste your love, your time, your feelings on wrong people around you, especially by side as a partner? Make them make sense. Well, I just told you the answer. You have to comprehend it. That's why it's called the past. Pray to God.
Religious.
I'm religious and spiritual, but once again, that's for everybody out there.
What God? What God you believe in?
Well, I just see one God, but once again, I use all these terms: God, Jesus, Allah, whatever you believe in. Because if you're, say you're spiritual, cool. I say, send them a back. God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, the spiritual ancestors, whatever you believe, it could be a rock. I'm happy for you, right? But as a being, I preach more about the person by your side, because you can say God, higher source, science, but you're gonna talk shalation and you bitch about your partner.
Jesus or Muhammad or like the Buddha or whatever else the rest of it is.
The what?
You not believe in Jesus or Muhammad?
Oh yeah, I do. But there's spiritual leaders. But here's the kicker. Like that, whatever you believe in, nothing wrong with what you believe in as one being. But here's the kicker: you have a partner that's toxic, and they believe in Buddha scenario. But you, as a couple, you're at each other's throats. There's the problem.
So it must confuse you. Like which ones you?
Why? Why confuse me?
Not which ones you follow, because they have so many different rules.
Right, but that's why it's your beliefs. This is what Buddha said, right? Buddha said this: study whatever you want to study. He's like, don't even believe me. Don't believe nobody until you can study, which is communication, and comprehend it. Then you know that. Don't believe nobody. I just told you. Don't. I just taught you something. Don't believe me. Say it again.
Don't worry about fucking Jesus or Muhammad. Just be good.
As a being, right? Whatever you want to believe in, but as long as you're good, empathetic person, right?
You ain't going to hell. Just.
Well, here's the kicker. Okay, you can be atheist. Everyone's heard the term heaven and hell. Nobody has to do that. Nobody has to die to go heaven and hell. But once again, heaven and hell, no, you don't gotta die.
Because otherwise you ain't going to heaven, you ain't getting your virgins, and I'm thinking, you just do that anyway. Like,
Right, but your home is heaven and hell. You know that, right?
it's just the right thing to do. Just be
If you do the right thing. But remember this, for everybody behind the screen, your home, your four walls, is your heaven and it's your hell, and that's the physical home. What about your mental home up here? Is your mental home upstairs? Is it heaven or to hell? Do you hate yourself or do you love yourself? Mm-hmm.
Every man. I can't remember what it was now. I can't remember, but something or other was it. It doesn't. It's, come on. Yeah, I know you're saying. It was
Creates their own heaven and hell, something like that.
no. It was like every man's despair is a hell of his own creating. Like something. It was more poetically better than that, and I don't know.
But you can go through like these sayings of poetry, which is beautiful as a being, but I keep it simple. Your homes. Right, but your home is heaven and hell. Like scenario, oh, mind the screen before I get out of here, right? Tomorrow morning, we all wake, we pray that we have one more day to live, right? So when you wake up, your mental home, is the heaven and hell. Your physical home is the heaven and hell. And you just woke up in the matrix. Before you leave the house to go into the matrix, your job, your car, whatever you believe in, how is your home? Is it heaven or is it hell? No one has to die to go heaven and hell. You are living it every day above ground. Straight to the point.
I kind of honestly be a little bit pissed off, if I went to heaven or hell. Just be like, fucking hell, man. It's so what's the So that was just pointless, really.
Well, you don't.
Because
What I tell people, don't worry about that yet.
Life, and I was an evil son of a bitch. I want to go to hell. If I lived a good life, or tried to live what was good,
Mm-hmm.
then I want to go to heaven. So
That's the idea, but do you know?
pointless.
You can live higher source best possible in scenario after like you kick the bucket and you go to hell. Then what? That's the shit. What I tell you, don't worry about afterlife, all that. You don't know. Worry about today. You're stand depressed. Worry about stand depressed. What are you gonna do about being stand depressed? What are you gonna do for your life to make it better? To let the go of the stand depression go away. And on top of that, what causes it? What triggers it? But you don't have to do that. Nobody has to do that. but I'll call everybody out. How can you say you want love higher source, but you don't want to feel your feelings? Make that make sense?
Yeah. I don't think you have to wake up tomorrow and feel happy or sad. Just wake up tomorrow and just live it. Like, if you feel like shit, don't feel like, oh, I should be happy because I've been given this opportunity. Just, if you feel like shit, just feel like shit, man. Just
Right, but you question yourself, why do you feel like shit? Who or what caused to make me feel like
embrace
shit?
it and then just roll with it, because good times are gonna come again, you know. And same as when you're feeling really happy, don't feel like you deserve to be happy, because you've done the right thing. Because the shit time's gonna come again. Just
If you allow it,
it's like,
if you allow people to take your energy, they shall.
And I'll tell you another thing that really fucks me off about humans, man.
Mm-hmm.
We're thirsty, right? We go to the tap, get some water. We're hungry. Like most of us go to the fridge, get something to eat. That's not life. Life is meant to be, you wake up from your sleep, and it is literally, it's do or die, right? That's life, really. You look at every wild animal on this planet, other than humans. And it used to be like that for us before we got really civilized and had all these laws. Fuck it. I don't.
Well, like Buddha, make your life simple. It's just mind and body. Be selfish in a positive manner. The less stress in your life, the better for yourself. What can you do for others? If you can't do shit for yourself, what can you do for others?
Side of it, when you think how many, you have to think about through thousands of years, how many humans have died in
Zillions.
religion. Like,
Well, religious, atheist, it doesn't matter. It's remember this as one being, everybody has their own belief, and we're unique. But don't worry about that. That's why if you want to go down deep in the rabbit hole and sit and debate about man-made things, that's your free one choice. As it being, I'm the one that triggers you. Shit out, Funky. I care about you and your feelings. If you're sad and depressed, you don't have to talk about it. I respect your boundaries. But the day that you want love and the person that you love says, I just say, hey, Funky, I love you, but what's up with you? Why are you sad and depressed? What are you going to do? Push them away? That's the person you love.
Just such a better world if
Mm-hmm.
we understood that we are shit. We're just animal.
Well, if you want to be shit, I'm not shit. I used to be like shit because I was mad at the universe. I hated myself.
Like shit, like you're not in a bad word, like you are.
No, I know, but that's everyone narcissist traits.
You're nothing. You are no more, and me.
We're all
everyone
equal.
else are no more important
Right.
than a slug. Do you know when you go outside, right? It's a hot summer's day or evening, and you go out for have a little smoke, and you travel a slug and you squish it in your toes.
Yeah.
That slug was the most important thing in this world, because it's all it knew. Same as you are the most important thing in your world, because it's all you know. But if a big old giant come and squished you, it could look at you like a slug.
Right, most definitely, correct. But if you break it down, like animals don't have these problems that humans do. Right, but if you look at a slug, right, you think a slug stand depressed? Talks relationships, gang mafioso, drugs, so that very much. So the beings are, we beings are.
I think he could have had the best day of his life. He could have just got fucking laid. He could have just got his slug.
A feeling, right, a feeling.
He's like, I'm gonna be a fucking dad, then you come out of your fucking smoke.
Right.
Oh shit.
That's us as
No one gives a
beings.
fuck. That's all we are in the grand
Right.
scheme of things.
That's
We
us
just think
beings.
we're important.
Right, but that's why what I preach about, like Buddha was doing,
We are irrelevant.
be selfish in a positive manner. Just focus on you, your mind and body.
You know, like,
That's it.
if the human race died out today,
Mm-hmm.
What?
Why worry about
the
that?
world would thrive, right? The
What?
world would thrive.
Right.
If you killed all the spiders today, the world would suffer. If you killed all the bumblebees, the world would suffer. Even if you killed all the tadpoles, the world would suffer.
Mm-hmm.
You kill the humans, the world would thrive. This ain't.
Life
we're
doesn't
not
stop for
special.
nobody.
We are scum.
Right, but life is something nobody. So respectful, like as beings, what I tell people all the time, like, why worry about the deep conversations? If you, as one being, if you have, for example, you have anxiety, depression, paranoia, PTSD, suicidal thoughts, low self-esteem, anger issues, as one being, then worry about those feelings. Or don't worry about those feelings. Wear the mask, smiles, and let's talk about slugs. Let's about everything else but your feelings. Then you're the problem in your own
I
life.
understand, like, you think, like, we're probably one of the only animals really that commit suicide on a mass.
Right, a
But
selfish
we are
act.
probably the only animals as well that understand from a very young, healthy age that we're going to die. Like,
Right.
I know, say if you get a fucking fox by the throat and you start choking it, it probably knows, like, fuck.
Yeah, but if you did that, you're not a good
Until
person.
then, it didn't know it weren't good. You know,
Right, but the human that did that is not a good
you
person.
know what I mean?
Right, but the human that choked the fox is not a good person.
That's why suicide is so
Mhm.
such a big thing. Like why we like
It's the easy way out so you don't feel your feelings. Because you don't feel no more, but that's why it's a butterfly effect. Anyone that is suicide is a selfish act. After that, you have the butterfly effect. What happens to everybody around you then when you off your dome?
Yeah, it does fuck up the people around.
It's
you.
called,
Yeah,
yeah, it's called the butterfly effect. That's the term for it.
You just gotta struggle through and
Well, if you have real support, yo, King, I'm talking to you, vice versa. We're nobodies to each other. Why are you here? Why am I here? I go live videos to tell stories. If you want to talk about your feelings, nobody has
My
to.
mum shut me out about fucking 30 years ago. I had a Jamie. That's what she did.
Well, people will come and go in life. No one has to stay, and they can reject you respectfully. Is it wrong? Yes. That's your parents, yes, but they don't have to talk to you. No one talks to nobody at all. But there's many people to speak to around here. If you want to speak about your feelings, and if you don't have to speak to a being, you got the AI.
Oh no, I ain't got no feeling. Like
You got Google, ChatGPT, Spotify, YouTube. Once again, as a being, if you want to do this healing journey and feel your whatever negative trigger, you're sad, suicidal thoughts, I promise you, 1,000. Type it in Google, YouTube. You're not the only being that has a thought. Zillions of us do.
I don't have suicidal thoughts. If I wanted to kill myself, dude, it's how easy. It's got to be one of the easiest things. Killing yourself has to be easier than living. Like, there's so many ways.
Right, but then like if you go by like Buddha talked in the afterlife. So in this lifetime you off your dome, and the next time you probably do it again and again and again. Because why? You scared to start the healing journey.
See, this is the problem. Like with me and you, but do you think there's another life? See, that's why
I don't know. As one being myself, I'm born as a Catholic, right? So I'll say the terms afterlife, reincarnation, the afterlife, heaven and hell. I don't know.
You think like heaven and hell would be
I don't know.
pain in the ass. It'd be like going on a cruise.
Yo, King, remember this.
It's not
I
even
don't
sold out.
know.
It's like way past maximum
Right.
capacity.
But once
It's
again,
like,
you can sit there and talk about it, but you're sounding depressed, but you want to talk about heaven and hell.
Way past fucking capacity.
I don't know. As a being, I don't waste my energy on things that I don't know.
The shit out of me, right? It's like, oh,
Hmm.
like, just for an example, like, oh, your dog don't go to heaven. Nah, your dog's soul don't go to heaven.
I don't know.
What do you mean? Why do I get to go? But
Well, you can say that.
it's just this thing. I think it's so important.
I don't know. I don't not debate, waste my energy on things I don't know. I say I use the word idea of faith. There's afterlife. I don't know. The day that I kick the bucket, it's my last final breath, and I know it's my last final breath. Guess what? Like the movie, I die. The end, like the movie, or there's credits. Now there's there's afterlife. But here's the kicker. I'm a spirit.
Well,
But then from there, wise, I can't tell you physically. Guess what, Funky? There is afterlife. There is heaven. You can, energy-wise, maybe feel my energy, but you can't hear me saying, guess what? There is God. There is afterlife. I don't know. So respectfully, while breathing, I do not waste my breath on that, respectfully. Why should I?
I only exist because you exist.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you stop existing, i.e. die, I don't exist anymore. I only
Yeah,
exist
physically we
because you
don't exist, but this energy doesn't die. So do I know there's afterlife? Do you know that? If you know that, that's beautiful. You have the gift. There is afterlife. But here's the kicker. The scenario. Let's say you say there's afterlife, and you know that. That's your gift. But toxic relationship or you're a zombie, and as an addiction, be like, okay, you know afterlife, but you're still a zombie. Make that make sense. Toxic relationship. You hate yourself,
I feel like
but you know
it's
afterlife.
You flick a penny into a wishing well. They say make a wish.
Spiritual talk. I don't know.
So I say, who knows then? That could be real. It's just wishful thinking.
Right, but once again, focus more on if in this life, if you want to make your life easier and less stressful, be something in a positive manner and work on yourself. Any negative trigger, if you're sad, depressed today, tomorrow if you're sad, depressed again, what are you gonna do about it? Or do you want to talk about it, make everybody else feel good, because that makes you feel good and become a people pleaser? But you're still sad, depressed every day above ground, and then you have insomnia. You start your eyelids, you start the ceiling, overthinking over some
Just
bullshit.
enjoy it. Don't be doing it for religious reasons or
Whatever, it's everybody's belief. Whatever you have, whatever you believe in, I'm happy for you. Mhm.
Like, it's all about religion, you know, like, oh, fucking Muhammad said this, Jesus said that, fucking, I don't know what the Jews' God is, but, yeah, look at it, man, and it's just a mess, and it's all to do with some guy, or some guys.
Well, we can blame Muhammad, Jesus, but remember, it's you as a being. Nobody has to comprehend nobody at all.
How can you not blame them? It's in their teachings, man. Like, don't the Quran say, like, behead all non-believers,
Mm-hmm.
show them no mercy?
Right,
And the
so
Old Testament,
they do that.
Is like, slaughter every woman, every man,
Mm-hmm.
spare no woman and child if they do not believe. Like,
Right, and that's too narcissistic. That's like the religion, like for example, words of Catholic. The Old Testament, God, he's too narcissistic.
holy book.
New Testament, Jesus, he's empathetic. I'll vibe with Jesus, respectfully. Bible talk, I won't vibe with God, respectfully.
That ain't just words either. When you look how many people have killed each other over religion, that ain't just words. That is.
But do we know, if we ask the AI if killing is right, what do you think the AI is going to say? The AI, not a being, AI. We know the answer is going to be no. I mean, yes.
No one's going to like it because no one wants to feel useless. No one wants to feel like you're just here
Mm-hmm.
for no reason at all.
Why worry about nobody? Why worry about anybody? Yo, King, why worry about anybody at
There has
all?
to be a reason.
Why worry about
This is
people?
done, this isn't done.
But why worry about people? Make that make sense. I don't care about nobody. Respectfully, I have compassion for people. I don't feel sorry for people. I don't need people's validation. You can all talk shit about me. I don't care.
Animal behavior.
I don't care. Respectfully.
Feel compassion for their.
Yeah, I have compassion for the universe. I don't feel sorry for the universe. When you make decisions with your heart, feelings, empathy. No, I know, but right, but here's the kicker. That's compassion. But a lot of people make decisions out of what? Heart, feelings, empathy, sympathy. I feel sorry for people. Why?
Sympathies.
Respectfully, why? If they didn't feel sorry for you, why should you feel sorry for them? You can build compassion. Put yourself in their shoes. Especially you've been through it. But after that, what about you now? If people make you feel good, if Matt Bush makes you feel good, why can't you just make yourself feel good? Make that make sense. And what's the answer? Codependency. You don't need people's validation at all.
You are this entity. This is what I'm saying to you.
Mm-hmm.
When you die, I no longer exist. Or when I die, if I die before you, you no longer exist.
I don't, yeah, physically we don't exist.
Exist because I'm alive and I
Physically.
know it's there.
Right,
When
physically.
the lights go off,
I don't know. You might know this. I don't know this. I don't know.
Can you okay, so can you remember being a sperm or like an egg?
Afterlife, quote unquote. I don't know. Yo, King, I don't know anything about the afterlife. Reincarnation? I don't know that. Why go deep in the rabbit hole?
I hope you're right. I hate to put it down on your shit. I hope I'm not. I just hope I'm just.
I don't do the rabbit hole. Like, I'll do like the very top of the rabbit hole. Like, ancestors, they're dead. What can I do about it? The afterlife, I don't know. I don't know. If you want to waste your energy on things you don't know, that is your free one choice. If you want to stress yourself about things you don't know, that's your free one
The
choice.
whole history of the human race, and even before,
Mm-hmm.
through the whole history of evolution, like I don't know if you believe in evolution, but
I don't care about evolution.
one thing
Respectfully.
would have happened differently if you wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here. Just one thing.
Everyone's equal, not knowing. Everyone's equal. Well, if we're all God's quote unquote, but then we get in toxic relationships and we get traumatized, we get in toxic households, and they're all dead, and they're all dead.
Fell over, killed himself.
Right, and they're all dead. Yo, Funky, and they're all dead. Why worry about your ancestors when they're all dead? When your ancestors are all dead, why worry about them? Are they in your life? Did you meet them?
Worried about. I'm just saying. That's how.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you want to believe in any god, or then you have to believe in what they have, like they've done. You know what they were.
Okay, Funky, do you believe that God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, the spiritual universe, our ancestors today behind the screen have anxiety, depression, paranoia, PTSD, suicidal thoughts, low self-esteem, anger issues? No, don't lie to yourself. I'm asking you a question. Do you believe higher source has that today?
Right, I know science is always wrong, but
No, the answer is no. So why do you have that? If God doesn't have that today, and you have the negative feelings, why do you have those?
Because it's, you know, when Homo sapiens.
Oh, no, I don't care about Homo sapiens. That's caveman times. What does the past have to do with the present?
I don't know who snored. Like,
That's Guadalupe.
you don't like it, dude. You don't have to snort. Just
No, she's passed out. I can't mute her. My phone's being retarded. But anyways,
shit, is that her?
whatchamacallit? Yeah. So once again, if as beings, if you want to stress yourself about the past, go for it. If you want to waste your energy
I
on,
don't stress myself about the past at all. I'm just thinking.
but okay, so why talk about Homo sapiens and then caveman time? Ancestors are dead.
Okay, so I believe kind of. I prefer to believe in science and evolution.
Okay, and these scientists that talk about the brain, here's the best part. These scientists, right? How are they zombies addicts to an addiction? How are they alcoholics and they're scientists that study about science?
Health issues.
Make that make sense. That the fuck is.
They don't know for sure. Obviously, maybe in 100 years it
Mhm.
will change. But right now, the scientists have studied brains and
Uh-huh.
whatever, and it was interbreeding between Neanderthals and humans.
Science.
You know,
Okay,
very
okay. Hey, Funky, I'm gonna ask you a question like Buddha asked everybody. In your mind, I mean your brain, up here, your brain, can you point where your mind's at?
Yes, in my brain, of course. Yeah.
Where in
My
your
head.
brain, where in your brain specifically is your mind at?
It's my whole brain.
Really?
In the whole top.
As a scientist, the same question, they don't know where it's at.
They don't know where the brain's at.
No, they know where the brain's at, they don't know where the mind's at.
I mean, so when you talk about mind, you're talking about your
Your
emotions,
mind
right?
tells your mouth to move to have this conversation. Does your brain do that? Your mind, somewhere in your brain, there's a mind that says that.
Your spinal column interacting.
Yeah, so your mind tells your mouth to move. Your body stresses, your mind, if you allow it to stress, it will stress. That's why I say my tattoo. Your mind is strong like titanium, or it's we like a piece of paper. Someone bullies you, now you sound depressed. Does the being sad depressed is words being about being sound depressed? No, you do. I did. So why? These words have no feelings. No word. When I say these words, these conversations, these languages have no feelings at all. You know that, right?
Personality, your
Sad won't feel sad. Breakups and with the breakups. You do. I do. I did, quote unquote. See?
Your individuality, I guess, is what you're getting.
Yeah. No. Yeah. We're all unique. But once again, these words.
Got it from your individuality comes from your
Mm-hmm.
upbringing. You know, like
Upbringing? No upbringing. My family didn't teach me this. My family did not teach me all these tattoos. You see, these are just words. It's a healing journey. My family, all my family can't teach me about this. All of this. You see this? They're just words.
Let's just say, okay, so if you
Yeah.
grew up in a family,
Mm-hmm.
then you grew up in the wild with a pack of dogs. Let's just say, like actual
Old school
wolves,
times.
You like a wolf. I'm just saying, like how if you like, let's say for example,
Are you good, man? Are you good?
you like fish,
Uh-huh.
you really love tuna, and that's
Okay.
'cause when you was growing up as like a child, like the whole family would come around, they'd have like tuna salad sandwiches, you know, it was like tuna's just such a basic thing, but I hate tuna, that's the only reason I'm saying it.
Yeah.
If I grew up around my whole family loving tuna, I'm pretty sure I would love tuna now.
Everyone's unique.
Like,
You don't have to
I
love
love
everything everyone
Romanians,
else loves.
man. They love like weird shit, and that's because their whole family ate it when they were kids.
Right, but we're all unique. Not everyone's the same. So don't worry about that part for the most part. As again, like I'm about to get out in a minute, but as a being, I just preach about life, and you was one being. Now your family, friends, you,
Nah, I appreciate you. Dude.
your friends.
You taught me a lot, man. I genuinely appreciate. It's given me a lot to think about, and I appreciate you, dude.
Oh yeah,
And,
likewise.
Obviously, all my heart, you know, man. I hope
Mhm.
you go on to do everything you want to do with your life.
King. I'm just telling stories. That's all I'm doing. I'm doing what I'm doing now.
And
I'm just paying it forward.
Dude, and they're passionate and they're thoughtful and they're thought-provoking, and it's good.
Thank you, King. I just want people to work on
Sure
themselves.
Well, brother. Sure will. Enjoy
Thank
it
you.
And spread your knowledge. Spread your love. You know. Sure
Likewise. Same to you, King. Stay blessed. Take care. Be safe. And once again, like me, typically the original myself, I'd have blocked them by then. But nah, I just let people speak. I don't go deep in the rabbit hole for what reason? Bruce Banner said his ancestors are dead. You know, Cayman's are dead. We're about the present day and now as beings. Like on top of that, especially when it comes to your family. Like if you want to sit here and do this rabbit hole talk, go for it. Do all that shit. But how's that helping you with your personal feelings? You have all these man-made titles. I'm happy for you, but you sound depressed. Especially when you guys are ballers. You're social media famous, making money on these platforms, and you're still sound depressed. You're a zombie and acid addiction. How the fuck make that shit make sense? Respectfully. That's why I speak the way I speak. I don't care about my thing. I'm happy you're rich, money, power, and fame. But when you go in your car, you're driving home, and you try to go home, then you're going to your dungeon, you're sentencing your hell on earth, and you're not even dead. Religious talk, going and atheist talk, you get to hear the terms heaven and hell. Nobody has to die to go heaven and hell. Don't even worry about that. I'm not saying don't be fucking reckless. No, be mindful every which way, but if you're trying to go home like I used to, fuck, I gotta deal with her. Other kids are part of the equation, but I deal with her. Shit's over. It's been over. I won't ever have that feeling again. Capital fucking E. That's one thing. If you're single, I'm something around to a potential, and what I'm telling you guys, she actually jumps in the live. You know, that's why she met me in my live sessions, right? And that's what I tell you, oh, Queen, this is what I speak. Like, and I say respect you. Like, I might sound boring to you type of situation. I don't hold back, especially when it's your personal feelings that you're going through. Like, what are we going to do the day you become so depressed and you push me away? My crown of thorns, if Jesus, why did you crucify me? I'm getting crucified because your father triggered you, your ex triggered you, your boss triggered your kid. I'm not them. I'm not here to hurt you. So if you keep doing that, remember rejection, protection, I'll walk away. I'll let you know I'm going to walk away. So why should I be here?
You can't just let somebody punish you
for their past traumas?
Many people do.
Right.
Yes, yes.
Right. They're the same, I believe.
Because they're not self-aware.
Correct.
They're not. Personal accountability, doesn't cross their mind. They're not taking personal accountability. They're not self-aware.
Facts.
And that you can't just let somebody punish you.
Correct. Facts. And that's the thing that they're saying. There's that saying, do not bleed on the others that didn't cut you. It's like, that's my situation. Like, let's say tomorrow your potential, right? I tell you day one, Queen, just let you know I love you. Should I love myself, I'm selfish in a positive manner. But you see my next tattoo? I'm not your ex nor exes. I am today, not the present. What? I'm sorry they hurt you. I'm sorry they destroyed you, but I'm not them at all. I'm not trying to hurt you. If you want to talk about your past, about your exes in a positive manner, that if a word that I say or a sentence or the way what my action was, you can say, that's what reminds me of them. I'm trying to work on myself. That's a positive version of the past. You're trying to evolve and let go of the situation, but it's possible. But if you're always going to be comparing me to your ex, that's a negative version of the past. I'm not your ex. Actually, you keep doing that. You see that door, babe? I got to go. You got to go. What are you choosing? What are you doing? What am I choosing? What am I doing? That's both of us. That's our free one choice. As it being, I don't know toxicity. And I talk potential is day one. What? Off the rip. See that door right there? It's there for both of us. I can leave. You can leave. Please do not accept me in your life. I will not accept you in my life either. I will talk to you as an adult. If you want to ghost me, I can handle rejection. Can you handle rejection? If I ghost you, what happens to you? Can you handle rejection? Can you handle being ghosted? I don't gotta talk to you. That's my free one choice. Nobody has to stop nobody at all. You know that, right?
Oh, for real. Personal accountability. I mean, talk about trauma and people who've hurt me.
Mm-hmm.
A few years ago, I hurt somebody.
Okay.
I didn't mean to.
Right.
I tried really hard not to. I saw it coming and tried really hard to avoid not causing this person any harm.
Right.
And I did, and it was quite a bit of harm, actually. And they could have held me accountable. They could have taken me to court, and they could have sued me, and I was expecting that.
Mm-hmm.
I was expecting them to seek compensation. And I was expecting to lose, too, if they did that. They didn't. And they shared their faith with me instead.
Okay.
And that has been so meaningful to me.
That's beautiful.
That was beautiful. It
That's
was a beautiful person that did that.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm happy that worked out for both of you. Because the thing is, like, sometimes we get hurt, right? But the thing is, if you're more empathetic wise, I mean, the healing journey, like, whatever your faith is type of situation, like, yeah,
I've never met a person like that in my life. Like, everybody...
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, my entire life, my entire 42 years, I've never met a person that instead of seeking compensation or vengeance, or shared their faith.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, to be more mindful, which is beautiful. You know?
Yeah, it's what got me interested in God, because I was like, okay, I've not really been interested before, but
Yeah.
I do actually want to know who your God is.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Once again, like, everybody's gonna believe it's not ever too late, you know, and all this good stuff. It just allows both people are more, I would say, more pathetic wise in a positive manager and do like communication comprehension, and it'll work out for the best. As it being, I use a term like Bible thumpers, like, man, I mentioned higher source, but I'm saying you have to go to church, you have to believe in Buddha. That is your free will and choice. But I'm not here to hurt you at all. I'm trying to respect your boundaries as best as possible. But I care about you as one being with your feelings. If you want to talk about it, you know, if you want, once again, if you want to be codependent of higher source, you can say that, do that. But how's that working out for you respectfully? I'm born as a Catholic. Yeah, he's always been on my side. Mm-hmm.
When people hurt me, I try to think about that compassion I was shown, and
Yeah.
want to be that same kind of person.
Yeah,
The
being
problem I
mindful.
keep running into is not a lot of people take personal accountability and will even admit that they hurt you.
Correct. And that's more on the male side that I've observed so far, because we're not talking about this feelings. Why am I here doing this? Why is it none of my male family and friends that know me doing what I'm doing? Because they don't. It's conversation. They're sure to do accountability. And especially what I'm doing. I'm on social media. I have a little podcast, you know, YouTube, Spotify. A little person. I'm fucking being vulnerable to the whole universe. Like, yo, I'm not a virgin. Queens, ask me whatever you like. I would tell you about the origin of myself. Yeah, I did do that. I did say that. But let me tell you why I did what I did. Let me tell you what I was going to do at the time being. Can you say that? Can you do that? If not, you have a lot of healing to do, respectfully. Queens, for the most part, are pathetic. They've been doing this, you know. They might not comprehend it to the fullest, but they've been doing this. More being accountable type of situation. But the problem is when it comes to relationships, that's the problem. For everybody out there, like, a lot of queens do this podcast, which is beautiful. And I say respect for you. I observe everybody. Like, you be the most therapist, counselor, religious person ever, right? Especially the queen, then magically, somehow, you get in a toxic relationship with a divorce. I'm like, you know, it's a bloodbath to your feelings. I'm like, so you didn't learn all the stuff you preach about, post about, talk about, higher source, Buddha, etc. And magically in a toxic love, broken coded relationship once again, magically let them take your energy? How? Why? You want to talk about it? You don't have to respect your boundaries, especially from a nobody. And nobody get triggered really fast. Who the fuck are you? I'm like, well, I'm just one of your followers. That's all I am. And I've been watching, observing you. Why? So that's what I do at the end. Make comments. And they can block me. If you block me, and I wasn't being mean, I just came out with you the truth. Then I did my job. I did my job, man. Like, yep, I know the truth, and it sucks. And doing what God can do for you. I was like, okay, I pray for you, man. Respect for you, I pray for you. God would have changed you. If he could have did that, possibly he would have changed a long time ago. But he gave you a free will and choice. You gotta feel this feeling to comprehend. You feel to evolve in life to figure out why it happened, so it doesn't happen again and again and again and again. And these bodies, I'm saying about in this lifetime, how many bodies are you going through to figure out what love is, or get so traumatized and scared of it that, you know what, which is your free will and choice. Be single, sober for the rest of your life. Be married to God and Jesus, Allah, Buddha. Say all them terms. That's cool. That's your free will and choice. But now that lets me know to call you out. Then you're scared of love. That's what you're scared of. What? Nah, love doesn't hurt. Don't be scared of love. You verbalize it. No, be scared of toxic love. You don't want toxic love in your life. Fuck toxic love. That's the worst shit.
I can't think of a single person who's hurt me who's said sorry.
Accountability, typically they won't do it. Sometimes they don't verbalize it. If they're trying to be like more empathetic wise and do like nice gestures, maybe that's the way of saying I'm sorry. Because some people, it's too much pride and ego and they don't know how to do it yet. But they're being nicer now, they're being a little more compassionate, quote unquote, being more mindful. But they haven't realized, you know what, tomorrow, I'm sorry that I hurt you 4 years ago. I called you a bitch, I was having a bad day, my mother triggered me. My intent was not to hurt you or nobody, but the next person that talks to me that says anything wrong to me, fucking boom, you know, you were the one. That's my next tattoo, reactive abuse. You know, there's so many scenarios. That's the shit. Like, some people can verbalize it, some people just their actions, you know, the way they're doing it. Because it's a pride and ego. And then from their ways, if I do that, that means I'm being soft. All this bullshit social media terminology, fuck all that bullshit. My situation, my tattoo, Spanish culture, Spanish says mande lon, English, better simp. A man talking about fitting, so I should wear a skirt. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. In the Spanish culture, I'm not gonna 99% of the culture. What? You can't do shit about life. God can't do it for you. Go to church all the fuck you want. But when you go, before you go, you get in the car, both of you toxic as fuck. But you just how can you both be toxic to each other, hate each other, being fuckboy fuckery, and just left church? the must, the hall, temple. Make that shit make sense. It's like,
Right.
I pray for you as I go my day of my life. It's like, that's all I can do, man. I have compassion for the universe. I don't feel sorry for the universe. I was you guys. I just tell stories. That's it. I'm about to have this live session. I'm blessed. I'm tired, but I'm blessed in life. I just pay it forward, and that's all I can do to my last dying breath. That's my gift. I just tell stories, pay it forward, and that's all I do. As one being, all the stuff I talk about on my text, I said a billion times. I want what the fuck is toxic? Deadass, what's toxic? Like, what's insomnia? What's stress? I don't worry about that. I have the financial stress because 50 kids, yes, but other than that, I maintain. I get in my situation locally, I get crucified. All this bullshit, only God can judge me. Bullshit. All you bosses, managers that won't give me a shot, but you hire fucking Joe Blow, little fucking 80-year-old fucking vape head, and they're fucking potheads. But yes, because they don't have no tattoos, but you love God. Oh, make that shit make sense. But it's okay. As it being, I'm one being, but I'll call everybody the fuck out. I don't give a shit who you are, what you claim to be. I challenge you. I challenge you in a positive manner. Teach me something positive in life. Please don't bring higher source. I've heard everything about higher source, especially in the last 5 years. Spiritual, Anunnakis, my answer. Yeah. Say all in terms. Yes, but if I go, especially you have social media, let me just go through your social media. Let me see what you post, talk about. You spoke, especially the other queens, positive, spiritual, and I mean, I'm a goddess. I made a comment, yo, like, you say you're a goddess, right? But 3 months ago, you said, fuck my ex, fuck my baby father. You're not a god. I'll call you a demigod just to be nice. You're not a goddess. Goddess don't cuss like that.
I'm allowed just to be nice.
Yeah, they're not bitter and hateful. Like, no, why won't you let your ex go? I'm sorry they fucked you over, but those feelings, so you don't know how to let go, to do comprehension, then you are the problem. And you're allowed to have your ex my neck tattoo live in your head, mansion rent free. That door pain that they caused, that you allowed to cause not knowing, you're allowed to stay there. It's wide open. You know, when you close it, they can't close it. They can do closure themselves and for you, but when you accept the closure, you're the one that got traumatized like my ex-wife, the mother of words. So, hey, how much longer will you allow me to live in your head rent free? It's been 5 years now. It will be 6 years, 10 years. That is your free one choice. That's why I stay not quiet. When you talk to our boys about what I did to you, I stay quiet. I don't even say shit. That's it. Don't read myself out, debate with you, have it. No, I don't say shit at all. Yes, that'd be yes. What Jamal said, I did do that. But remember this, what's the term? I was in a journey. Not now the last phase of my life, on a healing journey, but I'm already healed. I'm a tattoo. These tattoos are scars. Your moms and everyone around me, our family, they're stuck. 90% of them, this is all their tattoos. They can read the word, trigger the fuck out of them. That's not my problem. But I'll talk about it if they want to, but nobody has to. Because these words are triggering. Yeah, they are. But why? Why do these words trigger you as one being? Make this shit make sense. Because you won't let them go. You don't want to comprehend them. But you want higher source to do it for you, to take this pain from you. How's that working out for you respectfully, you know? And I say all this shit respectfully. I know, once again, you don't have to comprehend me at all. No one has to comprehend me before you get out of here. You can stay and you can pray, hope, manifest all you want, the higher source, whatever your higher source will do it for you. But tomorrow morning you wake up and you're still bitter and hateful, still sound depressed, still hate your ex-exes, you hate your parents. How's that working out for you? You can blame higher source, the devil. No, it's you. It's the person in the mirror, not nobody else. You can blame everyone. Initially has the right to be in the victim mentality and keep pointing the finger at everybody in the mother but yourselves. I promise you, I was you. I was like that for 39 years of my life. And I challenge everybody, 39 years of my life. Especially you're 30 years old hearing this shit, you have 9 years to beat me. If you want to help guide us up. This is free gratis. I don't charge shit. Go watch this shit, Spotify, YouTube. Been doing it for 5 years. Starting my 6th season. I want you to beat me. If you become younger than I am and more awake and woke, fuck yeah, you comprehend where I'm coming from. You're gonna feel like Jesus and Buddha and Muhammad just chilling like, damn, look at all these people. Toxic as fuck, hate each other and shit, but they go to church for no reason respectfully. It's like, fuck. Fuck, I swear.
Yeah, that's real.
Say, bruh, like, no, like, that's such hypocrites, respectfully. That's why I stopped going to church. I'm like, I'm not going one of these days again, but my situation, like, I'm judging everybody, like, yo, like, how can you go to in God's house, especially the queens, the young queens, and dress like an OnlyFans in God's house, but I love God. My body, my choice. And everyone looks at me, well, you're offering lust, you know that, right? But hey, you love God, God loves you too. It's like, bruh. It's not Jesus times, it's 2025 times. You know, back in the day, you show flesh made potentially more respectful, not no more. Respectfully, not no more. And everybody has the right to look. And especially queens, when you wake up in the morning, I tell my one-on-ones, you know what exactly what the fuck you to wear. If you want to wear see-through everything, then do that. But when anything happens to you, that was their free one choice to pass boundaries. That was free one choice for their fucking lust that they can't control. They're too narcissistic. It can happen to you if you dress like a nun. Yes, it can, but you have a less chance if you dress like a nun, more conservative, respectfully. But if you want to say to God, no, I pray for you in the universe. I go my day in my life. That's all I can do for you. I have compassion for you. You're not the first female that have gone through that. Before any of us were born, everybody got destroyed every which way. And they believe in the higher source. So, yeah. Respectfully. That's why I just tell people, I just tell stories.
A lot of the people, they know what they're doing too.
Facts.
They know what they're doing when they're destroying another person.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the narcissist traits. They do this conversation, but reason why? Because inside the broken leg lost. That's why the term is called deflection, projection, gaslighting, manipulation. They're so traumatized. But remember this: before this individual, before relationships, everything starts from home. What? I'm gonna shit that on me. What? Everything starts from home. That's why the term is called child trauma. Before any of this conversation, the big term is called what? The generational cycle. Look at all your toxic ass family. Where do you sit at with them? You little 7-year-old watching your parents, they're like 35, 40 years old at each other's fucking throats. Your father's being a fuckboy drunk, body hopping like crazy. He loves God. He's a hard worker. There's your future. There's your future in front of your face, man. Go become all of them. Pray for you. I got my day in my life. That's all I do. Mm-hmm.
I asked the person that I caused a great deal of harm to why they didn't come at me. And they said it's because I didn't screw them over. Like, there were circumstances out of my control that allowed for that to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And but had I screwed them over, had things happened because I was trying to take advantage or manipulate a situation or punish that person,
right,
for whatever selfish reason, they said they would have came down on me like
hey, tomorrow.
Yeah,
with wrath from God. Yeah. Well, that's cool. I'm happy you guys had that conversation.
Anybody to have ever caused me any significant damage to try to mitigate it.
Yeah, that's good.
I'd like to forgive somebody similarly, but
yeah. Well, when you're ready to, Queen, that's all on you, not nobody else. Like, as one being, like, tell people, like, I'm gonna tap my back. It's gonna say, I say a billion times for a reason, right? To attract all the spiritual universe and atheists, whatever. It doesn't say, God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, the spiritual universe, our ancestors, and beings. We're all communication and we're all messengers. Only you, as one being, can do comprehension. So when you're ready to let go, that's on you. You're into comprehend what anyone's saying to you, that's on you. It's not on I, So that's why the healing journey is painful. To forgive people, which is communication. Second part, the hardest part is to let go. Do comprehension for yourself, to comprehend why that happened to you, to break it down best possible. Okay, like how did I allow this person to come in my life?
Yeah.
And then from there, why it's like spirituality talk.
That's one of the big problems with alcoholism is alcoholism brings people together, and then you get all those bad alcoholic choices happening.
Oh, so I'm asking, so both of you were alcoholic, I'm asking?
No, I've actually probably spent less than $100 in my life on alcohol, but...
Oh, they did. He did, whatever.
Yeah, just speaking generally, alcohol does bring a lot of people together that cause a lot of toxic problems.
Oh, yeah, factual, very factual. But my situation, and I say respectfully, I'm blunt, this is the only way to get people's attention. For the first 2.5 years of my healing journey, once again, healed, as to being healed, but just use the terminology, healing journey, I was very empathetic. I would bite my tongue. I try not to cuss. I try to watch my words very, very carefully. But respect when I say this, Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, they were a lot more empathetic than I was, right? But I say all the time is, yo, this ain't Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad times. This is 2025 times. Being nice does not, especially the male, does not get your attention. If I'm pathetic, yes, watch my words, cool. But no, to be blunt, keep it 1,000, my narcissist trait that I control. Like, once again, if you're a person scenario, like you, Queen, right now I only drink when for the most part when I do my tattoos, ink therapy, because this vessel's fucking pathetically weak, and my paint tolerance just sucks balls. So I use fireballs to numb the fuck up, and that's the only time I drink. It's the only time I need and want it. That's the only time I give. Other than that, I go to the stores, beautiful bottles. I can't tell you like so many 2-3 flavors in my lifespan. Everybody else that loves the bottle, alcoholics, they probably know every flavor there is. They probably, hey, so how does, a fucking duck fart taste? Oh yeah, and they're probably boom because they love that shit. They know that shit. The downfall is not good for them. Casual drink is cool, whatever. But once again, to call everybody out, scenario: if you're not a zombie, and that's an addiction, you don't give a shit about drugs, alcohol. So why do you want to get involved with someone that's doing that? You're a square empathetic person. Especially you queens, a lot of you queens, and yes, I get it. My tattoos for a reason. Yes, these zombies adding to the addiction. Day one, they know if they do accountability. Tell you the truth. You know what? Tomorrow, scenario, let's say I was an alcoholic, right? Keep it simple. But if I tell you the truth about me, what I'm doing, the more likely you will not give me a chance. So what will I do? Sell you a dream. Tell you everything I hear. But by the way, just to let you know, I'm a zombie. I'm an acid addiction. I do co-parenting. I go to church, love God. But you don't know that I'm a fucking zombie. I'm a full-blown zombie to the fullest. It's either you catch me, someone talks about me, or from there, as they prove it. Look at that's him. What? Now, when you do that, what are you choosing? What are you doing? I preach about doors. The door's right there. Or will you pray, and hope, manifest, give me chance upon chances, and believe that God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, the spiritual, your answer is magic-y, will change my ways, and I'll stop becoming a zombie. An addict and addiction. That's why I speak the way I speak. It's very, it triggers the zombies for sure. That's my job. And anybody that's involved with them, what? So you believe I'll get married, have a kid with them, make it better? They try and rehab, cool. That's nothing wrong with rehab, as long as, once again, if they can let it go. If they do it for themselves. And the idea that the next time they get in a bad situation, negative triggers, with their breakup, divorce, something have a tragedy in life, they don't fall back to the fucking bottle. On my tattoos, reason for all you zombies, addiction, addiction. The bottle doesn't need you. A couple letters. You need the bottle. Why? And the queens that are involved with zombies, has an addiction. You don't do drugs, cool, but that's your bottle. What do you mean? You give them so many chances. So that bottle, that's them, and you're the addict. They are your fix because they make you feel good. Say that, do that.
It's got me really torn when it comes to medication. Not street, not illicit street drugs, but
right.
Medication.
Like oxys, all that.
A lot of those medications, they create a dependency.
Right.
You will have withdrawals.
That's different. Yeah.
And that can make it hard to get off them.
Okay. When it comes to medication, it's understandable. And these doctors, they know what they're doing.
Because the world doesn't. Because
Mm-hmm.
I've spoke with you about this before. I have my toxic relationship with the medical field because I'm a chronic pain patient.
Right.
And I am dependent on my pain medication.
Right.
And that has become a 4-letter word right now. Like, that makes me the most, hated patient, and it gets me labeled as an addict, even though there's justifications for why I have that.
Right. Well...
I have it legally. There's justifications for why that is prescribed to me.
Correct.
I wish I didn't need it. I wish.
But if your body's talking to you, Queen, that's the thing. Like, I cannot speak on your behalf as far as your body pain, but the idea of these doctors that if they know whatever accident, whatever your body went through, check it out. So, and if they're empathetic, I use a big term, empathetic doctors, they'll bitch it out tomorrow. You in this car accident, you broke her back, so typically the doctors recommend this amount of whatever they're going to give you, but I'm going to recommend this. If the pain still hurts you and bothers that much, we can bump it a little bit more. But I don't want to give you, 1,000 milligrams, and now you become addicted.
Well, and doctors, it's become, such a political issue. Doctors are scared to write the prescription. And so instead of having a real conversation and telling you what's going on, hey, I'm scared for my license, and I've had so many that they lie to me, they lie about me, they label me as an addict, and I know I'm not an addict. I do have a dependency, but I'm not.
For the pain to go away. Understandable.
Yeah, I'm not like.
Right, feeling for it.
My
Yeah.
mom's television, so I can go, explore
Well,
in
that's
the park.
brother zombies queen. Yeah, if you're not doing that, that's like my brother. Rest in peace. Like, and it's a touchy subject, but it's fucking. That's the shit on these platforms. Like, if you talk about raw real life, especially the male, we get crucified. That's what I tell people all the time on these platforms. Like, if you're trying to do positive talk, real life talk, do not be caught up in one platform at all. Like right now, shut a lot of them down, but I do 9 platform, nine cell phones. What? Just in case one TikTok gets pulled, my IG gets pulled, I got 7 more platforms going. What? I don't stop. I know it's touchy, but here's the kicker: it's real life, real feelings, and maybe
It is, and initially with the epidemic, I was like, I mean, I always kind of hated that medication. Like, I used to feel like that's how they trapped me. Like, they were doing me dirty. They were just throwing a pill at me and being lazy and not fixing it.
Right.
And so when the epidemic happened and everybody was getting cut off and being treated hostilely, every pain patient started getting treated very hostilely by medical professionals. I was okay with like getting off the medication. I was like thinking, okay, now they have to fix it. Now maybe I'll get a solution and they'll fix it, but there wasn't. I tried a whole bunch of things,
Right.
a whole bunch of the alternatives, and they don't work. And so many of them harmed me more than they helped me.
Right.
They further dinged up my spine with like a ton of steroid injections.
Oh yeah.
Some of the
Mm-hmm.
they threw a lot of psych medication at me that
Yeah.
doesn't treat pain and causes a million other side effects.
Right.
Made me really sick, and I got off it. I made quick work of getting off it. And so I did want to go back to the medication that works, that
Right.
allows me my mobility and because that's how I built my life, like having a certain amount of functionality that I don't have without it. And
Correct.
so if I go without it now,
Struggling.
I mean, I'm already struggling with it, and I
Right.
go without it, and I can't do basic things, and nobody's gonna step up and help and do those basic
Help you
daily
out for you.
tasks for me.
Right,
it's
right,
a
right.
survival thing, and so I just keep fighting with them, and they.
Yeah. I'm sorry you're going through
and
pain.
it's toxic. I've been through so many doctors now. I've made so many complaints. I've had so many complaints made about me. I mean, it's just.
Well, it's because they have the
could
queen.
not
It's because they have the
get
title.
parents
Remember
more.
this. You're just a civilian. They have a title. So, since that title gives
Yeah.
more power, like corny bullshit. But once again, like as a being, I don't give a shit about titles. Like, yeah, you're being empathetic. You're being narcissistic. That's the term I use for them to trigger them. What? Like, nah. Like, you're doing wrong.
And yeah, I find a provider who is empathetic and does have moral courage to not just give me snake oils and do
Yeah.
things to harm me to like.
Right. Facts.
That-
Facts.
But
Official.
oftentimes, like, there's a lot of abuse from the other people in the office. Like,
Oh yeah. It
even
was.
if the doctor's being
Fact.
empathetic and kind to me, the office folk aren't.
Well, see, that's
so
the
I'm
thing.
getting.
You fight the universe, queen. Remember this, like, all these categories, all these terms. Like, you can have one be in the office. It could be the receptionist, right? But not about the doctors. What about the coworkers? It's a lot of energy in one building, and then everyone gossips and
It
shit.
is.
And then let's
And
say
there's so
the
much
doctor's
at stake. It's
empathetic.
like,
Then the coworkers, the reception, stitch them to their bosses, and it's a lot of bullshit because a lot of
it is
these.
so much bullshit.
A lot of these, when it comes to the medical field, doctors, there's too narcissistic. Even the coach systems, because they're there. They can say we're here for the people. They're there for the dollar. Their god is a dollar. They can say church. No, their god is a dollar. They're mad bullshit because they're greedy and shit. And think about it. Someone on pills, someone all this toxic shit. They make money off the situation. Everybody wins and the victims lose. It's a lot of stress for them, and they might not make it physically. It's a lot going on, but that's why my situation that's one
It's
being
incredibly toxic, and I've never been this mad for this long.
right. It takes your
And
energy. I know. I'm
Been
sorry when you
attacked
go into
from
that.
every angle, like on the regular, and it's like, and
Right.
it's that dependency thing. Like,
Mhm.
I shouldn't have to tolerate this,
Correct.
but if I call out this nurse,
Mhm.
if I call out this nurse because she is bullying me, she is being foul, she is,
Mhm.
and then I lose my provider, then I don't have my medication, and I lose a lot more than that.
Right, that's funny. Life we make sacrifices, quote unquote, and it sucks. It's like you gotta weigh your options. And
Yeah,
it sucks
so
has to be
bad.
like this because you're like, okay, I can bite my tongue. They always talk this shit, but at least they're taking care of my back, and it's good. 'Cause-
Letting somebody bully me is making me feel so sick.
right, well, it's 'cause it's taking energy. Because every time you know you gotta go there to the facility and fuck, there she is, there he is. Your day goes to shit. You can bullshit with the doctor, hell yeah, and you see each other again. Positive energy, negative energy. It's this emotional roller coaster ride, you know. And it shouldn't have to be like this, but everyone's unique. Everybody's own being. They can preach higher source, but living their life a higher source. Actions beyond the words every which I love you. Like, sure, but you love me, but you're mistreating me. That's called toxic love. You didn't even love your own self.
Yeah. Real toxic situation going on, and
Yeah.
a lot of people, like, if their life does not depend on this medication, they're just not having it.
Correct.
They've stopped.
Right.
Not
Right.
going to deal with this anymore. It's too complicated. It's too hostile. It's very demeaning. You don't even feel human. And then you have the people whose their lives do depend on it, because it's how they lift their arms over their head and how they are able to walk a grocery store and prepare a meal, and so many of them have chose death over, like, continuing to deal in this hostile climate.
Right.
It's,
I know it's a lot. I'm
you know,
sorry.
and
What else is?
I have a child, so it does come down to having that thought in my head all the time. If I didn't have a child, then I'd be done. Where you just feel like you know that, but I do have a child, so I can't be. Not that way.
Right. No, yeah. Well, that's my next tattoo, suicidal thoughts. In your head, do it a billion times, but don't do it physically. But I get it, because, like, Excess, I love to ask him, rest in peace, to ask him, X, how you feeling? I feel like I'm dead. I'm alive, but I'm dead. It's the best analogy metaphor, because if you was dead, you don't feel shit, but you're alive, but you're actually dead, because you don't know what to do with feelings and the people around you. But once again, as one being, I call everybody out, like, anybody that bullies anybody, you're not a good person. I tell that to my own kids, like, that, no. Bullying is wrong. It doesn't feel good. And everyone has a different way to react. They can be verbally abusive or physically abusive because you call them stupid. That's wrong no matter what.
No other medication is treated like this. Like, people who take insulin, nobody's seeking them out and trying to destroy them and attacking them. It's just this one medication, pain medication, and that's got me attacked from every angle. That's got pharmacists attacking me, doctors, nurses, general public.
But you know why, Queen, right? Because you're questioning them. When these authorities, these titles, etc., wise, they don't like being questioned, and that triggers them, because, like, they're God, and you're the peasant type of situation, because that's their belief. Now you start questioning it.
I will never shut up about it.
That's beautiful. Please don't.
I'm fortunate that I have a doctor who's shown a lot of moral courage and has continued to treat me. But I mean, he could give up any time.
Well, people will come and go. People will come and go.
I'm in trouble. If he stops, I'm in trouble.
Well, if I was you in your shoes type of situation, like, I'm happy that you have an empathetic doctor for now, but research other ones. Have backups just in case. Tell me situations, see what's going on, and. And remember, there's, like, these weak ass fucking narcissists that at least run the universe. So, like, positive thought doesn't make money. Feeling positive, they're not gonna be here no more type of situation. These accidents, the suicide, now because the elites took them out because obviously the elites make money off dollars. Their god is their dollar. That's I don't give a shit what anyone says. You can preach higher source. No.
Right now, I'm trying to hit him where it hurts, and that's in the money. So when I go to these appointments where all that happens at the appointment is I'm bullied or I'm hurt more than I'm helped, and I do file complaints and try to hit them in the pocketbook, and those are really hard and really stressful to get those filed and then follow up on them the next year. And even if I win, and I do win a lot of the time, like the majority of the time I am sided with, I'm not compensated. They might get some kind of consequence that I don't even get told what the consequence is.
Right.
Like, I get told, we've sided with you and they're getting a consequence, but I don't ever know what that is.
Verbal conversation. Don't do it again. Be careful. Wow.
And I don't get compensated. That whole year I spent having to file complaints.
Oh, yeah, they don't.
That they made me so sick because they'd put me on my medication and then just abruptly dropped me from it, and then I was stabilized and then destabilized, and I don't get compensated for any of that.
Right. Yeah, it sucks. I'm sorry you're going through that, Queen. It just.
Yeah, these complaints, it's like, okay, well, maybe this doctor won't do that to the next person, you know, move forward and commit no sin, you know, but it doesn't help me. It's just, it's a really nasty battle. I wouldn't be surprised if it causes me a heart attack at the end of the day.
Well, don't allow. Trying to. I'm tired. Have that. I'm tired. Trying to have that stress you too much, because that's when it takes your energy, and that's when you. The less stress you have, the better for yourself. That's what the intent is, to control your mind and body best as possible. Your mind, you know, my.
It's about all I think anyone can do about.
Yeah, once again, as if you're not everybody out, anyone that blows anybody, I don't give a shit who you are, what you claim to be, you're not a good person. A little bit of good, a lot of bad. Don't say higher source, no, because good people don't do that. Bad people do that, but you can believe in your head that you're a good person, you know, respectfully, but, you know, once again, that took a life to tell stories, you know, anyone jumps in the box, we're talking vibe, but it's just to pay you forward. No one to comprehend nobody. I just, as one being, I just keep it black and white, simple as possible, so... Got my tattoos.
I mean, last year I got attacked by my neighbor, and she's an alcoholic, and she has some relatively significant mental health disabilities, like bipolar and stuff.
We all have that, Queen.
Well, yeah, and I know those are real. I know she really is struggling with that, and that. But she attacked me for an entire year. She vandalized my things. She came at me. She came at my daughter. She publicly trashed me. She made over about 30 false reports about me to the police, to CPS, to...
But remember, Queen, I pray she's doing better now. It's been a year, but when you deal with zombies, addicts and addiction, they're not beings anymore. Their God is that bottle. So they can, in their heads, they're gonna do all types of shit. But that's what people like that, you try to avoid them best as possible, because you know they can say love, no, they respectfully, no. Their God is that bottle.
You know, that was as bad as that was, though. That was kind of easy to present to the courts and have the courts offer me some sorts of protection against that.
Right.
It's not when the person has a title. When the person, because these doctors and pharmacists, they're bullying me. They're causing just as much harm, if not more. They're doing similar tactics.
Right.
I mean, they're no different than her.
Right, but they have the title. They just have that title. That's their benefit, is that man-made title.
Yes.
And those categories. Yes. So when you go to courts and
they're
judges,
not being held accountable. She got held accountable.
Right, because you just have civilian with civilians, but when you have status, that's the part where it becomes tricky and bullshit.
They're no better than her. They're attacking me in a lot of the same ways, doing a lot of the exact same things that the courts held her accountable for, but they're untouchable. Nobody's holding them accountable despite efforts.
Right.
I mean, it's not like nobody's trying to hold them accountable. Lots are. I am.
Right. No, that's the title part. It sucks, man, but...
Yeah,
you just keep doing your part, Queen.
Looks so bad.
Yeah, prayers and hugs. But Queen, love you, love the whole universe. I gotta get out there, give them 2-3 hours to go to California, so
Me too. I'm super tired, but I'm glad you were on tonight.
Yeah.
It was a privilege to get to hear some of the stories from some of your followers.
Oh, yeah, thank you, Queen. Yeah, that's cool about social media, man.
That was some deep stuff people talked about.
Oh yeah, no, that's the cool thing, is like on the overall people that jump in, especially more on the Beagle side, like you said, even TikTok side, that you know, it's a safe space, save them best as possible. And like some people worry about getting criticized, judged, like I'll just break it down best as possible. You have to comprehend, and you can take over. You know, it's cool to have people to talk to and vent to, especially nobodies, you know, because you get involved to more, and that's the intent for everybody out there. Especially when I tell people, like, especially you want this love, quote unquote, these relationships. Like, if you do not love yourself, how do you expect to do that for others, respectfully? But I know strictly, I know the codependency part. I was you. That's why I just we'll not even tell stories. You know, anyone jumps in the box in the comments, we're talking about and play the clips, because all these things we talk about is personal. Pretend to be personal, or it's definitely feelings. You know, and it's raw, real life, raw, real feelings, because it's everyday life. You can have the best money, power, and fame, but you're still unimpressed. How's that working out for you, respectfully? We can talk about it. You don't have to. Respect your boundaries, but It's how you evolve in life as one being, you know. So yeah. But thank you, Queen, for being here. So have a blessed night. Take care, be
I hope you
safe.
get a good sleep. I think I'm gonna
Mhm.
be able to sleep a few hours.
Okay.
But
Your Queen. I take a
thank
squad.
you for a good show.
All right, always stay
Bye.
blessed. Have a good night. Take care, be safe. Take a squad. Be safe. Ciao, ciao. Twitch, I love you guys. Take be safe. Ciao, ciao.